Welcome to Beyond Normal Days. I'm your host, Guillermo. This is episode 18, where I got to sit down with Zeledon. Zeledon is a DJ and producer from Pasadena, California. He represents the Los Angeles collective Madhouse DJs. I met Zeledon in 2015 and have gotten to see his progression in the LA electronic music scene. From playing his first show in the gallery at Exchange LA to seeing him be direct support for some big names such as Zeledon and Chusen Ceballos, I couldn't be more prouder for a homie in the scene. In the interview, you will hear about Zeledon's first experience in the LA electronic music scene, from attending the Electric Daisy Carnival and Monster Massive more than a decade ago. Zeledon talks about his inception of mixing records, influenced by his older cousin, and progressing with the tools available to him. He shares his experience that he's had with the Madhouse DJs collective and some of the parties they have thrown in collaboration with 6am Group. Zeledon talks about his first track release on the Barcelona record label No Religion Lab. The track is called Cassette, and it's a collaboration with Sean Cruda. The track is out now and available for digital purchase. Make sure to follow Zeledon on Twitter @Zeledon_D and on Instagram @D_Zeledon. Follow Beyond Normal on Twitter @BeyondNormal_, and on Instagram and Facebook @BeyondNormalOfficial. Thank you for tuning in. Now please welcome Zeledon.
brillante, como casi todas las ideas. Y esta idea es de algún modo originada por un ruego, casi una súplica.
seguir cantando, que canta bonito. ¿Cómo era? De verdad que no me acuerdo.
Gente del alto llano, más de amor, se
in, do your job. Check with me. Ride with the mob.
boombox is oh my God. Let me see. How do I say this? I'm like it was instrumental, and here's the key reason. In the beginnings of hip-hop, the way the music was spread around the city was by cassette tape. Many great DJs recorded their sessions at parties in the Bronx. The way most people in the city first got any inkling of this new music was by cassette. Either were recorded from the actual mixing board from the party, or somebody in the party with a boombox recording live in the party. If you didn't hear it there, then somebody you knew, if they were cool enough, might have had a tape from one of these parties. The tingling I got when I first heard this new sound, this new music, it was just like, what is this? Where is it coming from? I gotta find the source. And that boombox, also known as that ghetto blaster,
Welcome to Beyond Normal Days. Today I'm sitting down with one of the homies, my brother, Zeledon.
There it is.
How are you?
What's up, brother? I'm good, man. Blessed, man. Feeling amazing. Starting the year off good, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ended the year off great and trying to get it going.
A sick-ass 2020, huh?
Man, it's trying, man. It's just, I'm hoping so. It's starting off good, so.
Yeah.
Some good news, some good releases.
We're going to talk about it in a little bit as well, too. So.
Let's get it, man. Yeah,
but I want to start off by thanking you, for giving me the opportunity to sit down with you. And
no, thank you, man. Thank you for hitting me up, man. You're doing it, man. This is amazing, man. You're doing it for the culture,
No,
this
thank
is really
you.
dope. Like, getting all the homies involved and having the whole culture involved, It's amazing, dude. You're doing an incredible job.
Thank you, dude. That means a lot to me. I also like letting you tell the listeners where you're from. So let's start off with that.
So Diego Zeledon, from Pasadena, California, born and raised. Ethnicity background from Nicaragua, Central America.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
There you
Represent.
go. You got to bring the Central Americans into the podcast, man. we gotta bring more of the Hispanics back in.
No, dude, that's yeah. And the thing about it, I always tell people as well too that electronic music, it has a lot of, I don't want to say if it's like ethnic, but it's a lot of
diversity.
Latin. Yes,
like a lot of ethnic backgrounds from everywhere.
A lot of people think it's like, well, yes, Europe plays its big influence, but it didn't really start, or like it's a debate, but it's
but then like, dude, you got your like South American countries that are going crazy, right? Like the Colombians,
exactly.
they're holding it down.
Yes.
The Colombians, even in Mexico, there's a big scene. Like your boy, that he keeps going out there.
Oh yeah, Brad.
Brad, he's always out there. Yeah.
He's out there right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's out there right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and then dude, and where else is like going on? Like Honduras has like a pretty big scene too.
Oh, sure.
I know Guatemala's going to, and Mexico City.
Yeah.
Dude, who else? Like it's. I know Colombia's like killing it right now though.
Yeah,
especially with like artists and like producers and stuff. They have a big movement right now.
I heard I think somebody described Colombia as the South American capital of techno, because they could say Germany's the worldwide capital in a sense.
I see a lot of stuff coming out of Colombia with that club Mute. I don't know if you know
Oh
that
yes,
club.
Mute Medellin.
Yeah, Mute Medellin.
Yes,
It's pretty big. I have a couple boys. Well, just acquaintances that are like producer friends from over there, like Ramon Bedoya, Harvey Valencia, DJ On. Like all these guys are killing it over there. Yeah, and they're signing to like big labels.
Yeah.
Like shout out to those guys, man. They're holding it down, you know.
That's fucking clean. That's clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colombia for sure. Have you heard of Freedom Festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I remember seeing like a big underground lineup on that one.
Yeah,
like having like super like underground.
I think I told Elijah, Santiago Salazar has played. I think Truncate has played.
Yeah, I think what's his name? I forgot what's his name. I know he played one of the 6 a.m. parties not that long ago, and then I forgot what's his name, but I seen him on the lineup out there too. But yeah, they're killing it. Like South America's where it's at right now too.
Dude, I want to go.
Yeah. Colombia, like dude, like Bogota, all that. Like sounds. It just sounds like a good time. Just being out there and just like enjoy something different. You know.
True. So let's get to know you a little bit. Let the listeners get to know you.
Let's get it.
So I like getting to tell people like, you know, what was your musical upbringing? You know.
Just growing up. Just with my pops, you know, just like listening to a lot of like classic rock. That's what I started listening to. You know, my dad growing up in the 70s, you know, 60s, 70s in Nicaragua. He was like in the whole hippie scene, you know, like the whole classic rock scene, you know, like big influence by Carlos Santana, you know, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, like those type of big names,
shit.
you know. Yeah. You know, just like getting a lot of love from my pops, you know, just him introducing me to all that type of music, to like, you know, like War, like, you know, now you have that diversity of like the Chicano, Hispanic into like rock, you know, or like Carlos Santana, you know, being from Mexico, and then San Francisco, and then like bringing that type of
that
like
fusion or
that fusion, exactly, like bringing the percussions into like rock music, you know, like, and then the Spanish vocals and stuff like that. That's what basically introduced me to music. Like, you know, I do, like, to this day, I still, like, listen to, like, K-Rock and shit like that. Or I listen to, like all the classic rock stations and shit like that, you know?
So I was going to say, like, when did the electronic music start? Well, no, like, let's kind of, so in high school, what were you doing in high school, like, music-wise? Or?
In high school, you know, I was, like, honestly, dude, like, I was, like, into house music, like, dude, like, 7, 8 years old. That's when, like, because I have older cousins, and like they're from like Northeast Los Angeles, so like, you know, they're part of the whole Nela movement, or like all the what do you call, all the, I forgot what kind of parties, like, you know, like just
the backyard parties
like and stuff like that, or the rebel parties as they used to
Oh,
call it, the rebel
shit,
parties.
yes,
So my
yes.
cousins used to be
Okay.
from Rebel Alliance, and this was like one of the biggest like party crews in LA, you know. And then they were like booking Humpty Vision, they were booking Swedish Eagle, like, you know, AJ Mora, they were booking the LA artists, and they were like doing it back in like in the 90s, you know, like 95, 96 through 98, around that time. Dude, I was like, what was that, man? I was like maybe like 7, 8 years old, hanging with them, because they were my big cousins, you know, they were like kind of like my big brothers at the time. And then just kicking it with them, and then them introducing me to like Womena Wells, or like Humpty Vision, or Artie the One Man Party, like, you know, like just like all these like old school hard house records, you know what I mean? Like, and then I was just getting introduced to that, and then from there, you know, I just started finding more music, and then, you know, I got introduced. But I was always like, you know, being from Pasadena, you know, you were always been, or like, you know, just hip hop music. But then like little by little, I got introduced to like Moombaton.
Hey,
And then like I started DJing Moombaton for a couple years, like from like 2008, I would say, to like 2011. But like, you know, Moombaton never grew. It never grew. It never got out of that circle, you know.
Okay, this is what I described, like what was happening between that two, because it was Moombaton and then that, you know, that trap style.
Correct.
And I think trap
like
style,
that, like that festival trap that like Carnage was doing and stuff like that.
Exactly, like that festival trap. And I think that overshadowed Moombaton, what the potential of Moombaton. But the crazy thing is that even currently right now, like some of the reggaeton artists, you know, because Moombaton, you know, I guess has some crossover like dancehall.
Yeah,
and there's
like,
a lot of you in the radio you hear you know that as well too. So
you
it's
hear
cool
that dembow.
Yeah, so that's the cool thing, that I think it's still like, I didn't get to have that. Well, maybe it is the mainstream, you know,
like
shine, but
it still has it, like, you know, like.
But it didn't grow like what
it didn't grow to what it was expected to be, you know. Shout out to Dave Nada and to like Titsworth and like you know like Munchie. Like look at these guys,
fucking
you know.
Munchie, yes, dude. We
and
saw
then like
him
my boys like how I got introduced to Moombahton was I remember going to TAO 2009 2010 going into 2010, and then right before Afrojack was Diplo, or right after Afrojack was Diplo. And he started off with Sandungueo.
Oh yeah, because Diplo
was like one of the first like pioneers to bring that shit.
Even what's his name?
Who? Dylan Francis.
Yeah.
Dylan Francis still has it though. He still does it. Yeah. I remember catching Dylan Francis a couple EDCs ago, and he did an all Moombahton set.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was like it brought me back to like 2010.
Yes, I know, dude. Yeah, dude. That's tight.
But yeah, like Moombahton was like kind of like my step into, like I guess say with the music scene in Los Angeles, just because, you know, I like to see people dance, man. You know, when you see girls dance, it means you're doing the good job, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I see it, at least as a DJ, you know? Like, if you don't see people dancing, you know, switch it up a little bit.
Read the crowd.
Exactly. Like, don't ever play for yourself, you know? You read the crowd and stuff like that.
Sure.
But then, like, Moombahton and then, you know, the whole, like, Dirty Dutch scene back in, like, that time, 2010, 11, you know, 9, 11, all 9 through 11, all that time. And then... yeah, man, and then, like, just going back to the roots, you know, like, having my cousin tell me, like, yo, you ever heard of Green Velvet? You ever heard of Carl Cox? And, like, I've heard of the names. Like, man, you got to go catch those guys at raves. And then, like, I started raving. That's when I started, like, I was like, okay, like, I got to do this now. Yeah. And then, like you know,
actually, like, immerse yourself. Like,
yeah, like,
fully,
I told myself,
okay,
like,
you know,
this. Exactly. Like, like, if I want to, like, find out more music, I got to go to the rave. Like, I got to introduce myself to new music, you know?
True. That's facts. And you were talking about, like, raving. You got to experience the Electric Daisy Carnival when it was here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, man.
One of the
chosen few, man.
We said one of the chosen few. I dude, even to this day, I still haven't even gone to an Electric Daisy Carnival. Like an EDC.
Yeah. So, it's like, honestly, I got lucky. 2009 and 2010, both years, the last 2 years, I ended up going. 2009, I went. That was my first, like, massive. Remember when they used to call them massives? Yeah, because there were, like, all the small raves, and then there was the big raves. Like, massive. That was my first massive, I would say.
Yeah.
It was dope, man. It was incredible. Like, I remember seeing, like, dude, I remember, like, Castlevania at the time. Like, do you remember those? Like, Castlevania?
Dude, yeah.
Or, like, Bart B. Moore. You remember Bart B. Moore?
Yes,
like, dude, like, all these crazy artists from, like, back in the day. And then you had your, like, you know, like, the big ones, you know, like, Laidback Luke, and then Afrojack, and then, like, who else? Boys Noise. Like, you know, I got to see all those, you know?
And how would you describe the culture like back then, like the more of the electronic music scene, like because at that time it wasn't like as popular as it is right now. Like I think it was barely like
it was like 2011, and that's when it like blew up.
Yeah,
I feel when they moved into Vegas. That's when like all the Instagrammers and all the models and all the club kids wanted to go to festivals. I would say, at least in my experience, that's how I saw it. Yeah. But 2009, 2010 was like it was like I there's that plur life, bro. That's what it was. You know, it's all that peace, love. Like, you know, like everybody was just like humble about it. Everybody was cool. You would get lost and you would find your friends. Now you get lost, you won't find them.
You said you won't find your friends until like maybe like you have to walk to the hotel or whatever.
Like maybe you'll find them or you won't even get a text back. Like, oh, that's it. You lost them. Lost them at EDC, dog.
Have you gotten lost at EDC?
Dude, I didn't get lost at EDC. No, because like now, like I already know. Like find me at the Neon Garden front left, or like you know, or at any show front left all the time, you know. But I remember getting lost at Monster Massive.
Oh shit! You went to Monster
I went to Monster Massive 2009 and 2010. I remember getting lost at Monster Massive, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like I was lost, bro. I was lost, and there was thousands and thousands of people, bro. Like just imagine Armin's playing outside, and Sasha's playing, bro. So like that shit's out of control, like. Thousands of people, and then you got like Reza playing inside, and like it was just like, bro, just imagine like fucking Star Wars, bro, like fucking light speed, like people everywhere. You know what I mean? It was nuts. Yeah, just getting lost, and then I remember just telling myself like, hey dude, relax, like you're gonna find the homies. And then I turn around and then I see one of the homies that he's lost too, and then I was like, all right dog, we're like, you're sticking with me, bro, like we're staying together, like we're not getting lost.
Where was Monster Massive?
It was at the sports arena, not the sports arena
in LA.
Yeah, it was that was one of the last ones. That was 2009. Yeah, 2010 was the last Monster Massive at the Sports Arena. In 2009, I went 2009 and 10.
And at this time, you would be buying your tickets like at a
Dude,
store or something.
I would buy that. I would buy them at Store 13.
There we go. Yeah.
Or at the like a local record shop in Pasadena.
Yeah, that's what I would hear. That sometimes people
that's when they used to sell the hard copies, and they were like no more than $60. And that's because you waited the day of or something.
So even when they were released, like maybe the first stuff, there was like
cheap. They were like $45. Yeah, each day. I remember paying EDC like $100 for both days. Crazy.
How much does it go for right now? Like what, 500?
I think right now, like I heard, it was like $400 or $500.
Yeah. 400 or 500.
Yeah, and then like for a 3-day thing in Vegas, you know.
Damn, son.
Like I remember, dude. Like back then, it was just like cake, dude. Like like go see Deadmau5 at the Palladium for like $60. Now it's like a little more expensive.
I think the first time I went to Beyond Wonderland, I think I paid max was like $80.
And they had the little cards. Remember the little card?
Yeah, the little card. Yeah, look like ID cards.
Yeah,
I think,
it was kind of like a scanner card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I remember when they tried to upgrade the card and then now to the wristband.
Yeah.
But I think now it's so expensive because I think the making of the wristband is what they get you, you know? Because just to make it and to like get that chip in there.
Oh yeah, right. Because you kind of scan it or something as well too. Yeah, I experienced that for Coachella. Like I remember scanning to go.
Yeah, I think that's where they get you. Or when now they're getting bigger artists too, and then they want more money.
And then just the popularity. I think everybody's just trying to go to a rave at least.
Exactly.
You know, so.
That's what I'm saying. Like 2011, that's when like the rave culture just went out of control. Where like, oh, I need to go take pictures there, or I need to be there, type of thing. You know?
Shit. Goddamn.
Yeah,
so,
man.
The DJing aspect. So when can you recall like, okay, like maybe if it was like a backyard party and you're like, oh, I'm gonna give it a shot, because I remember the first time seeing you at Exchange LA, but prior to that, when were you DJing?
At parties, like house music. Well, I'm telling you, like 2009, I was doing like Mumbaton backyard parties. 2010.
Oh, okay, yeah, you were talking about you said that. Okay.
I was doing them, but like actually like doing like house music, maybe like 2012. I remember, I think 2012 was one of my first parties that I did without. There was like a all house. It was like a all house tech house set. It was underground of a bowling alley, and it was a lounge under a bowling alley.
Oh, shit.
One of my boys' birthdays, I believe, and it was funny because like I remember I told my cousin, I'm like, yo, Primo, I just landed this gig. And he's like, what? Let me make that track list for you. And then I would go, because he had 1210s. He had the techniques. I was using Serato at the time.
Okay, yes, yeah.
And then I remember we pull up, and then he's like, all right, Primo, you need to master this mix. And then I would like just be in there hours just trying to mix the mix, like get everything on point. He's like, oh, am I ready? He's like, yeah, you ready?
That's tight.
Yeah.
So your cousin, he used to DJ.
Yeah.
So you say that would think that also helped you influence?
Yeah, of course. He's the one that pushed me to like you know, my cousin Mario. Mario Fitoria. Yeah. Like me and him, like he was DJing back in the day, bro. I'm talking about like 06, 07, doing like all the old school flyer parties in South Central.
Oh wow.
But he was doing like hip hop and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then like he was doing that, and then then my cousin ended up getting Serato, and then he was just ripping all his old school like vinyls and all the old school tracks from back then. Yeah. And then we ended up putting everything in Serato, and then that's when we started like finding out about Beatport. Like, Beatport.
Yeah, I remember that. Dude, I remember when Beatport was like, damn, what is Beatport?
Like, what's Beatport? Like, what is this, YouTube for EDM music or for like house? Yeah.
And it's crazy because like when I started DJing, I was also doing hip hop, and I remember I had an account for like my MP3 pool.
Yeah.
You know, to get like intros for hip hop. You know, so like mix
or like Supreme properly. And all those things.
Yeah. So, can you recall like how was that set successful?
It was, bro.
Like
it was. I feel like that was like the start. Like I remember like pulling up with all my family, and we were like 50 of us, and there was a gang of people there. And then after like the owner of the spot like looked at me, he's like, dude, you're playing some tracks that I haven't heard in like 15 years, 20 years.
Shit.
And I'm like, yeah. He's like, where'd you get that Aqua Boogie track? And I'm like, what? And he's like, I was like, what do you know about that track? And I'm like, I got that. Like that dude, that guy taught me how to do this. And he's like, what? That's crazy. And then from there, like, you know, I just started digging, and then then the story goes, you know, to now.
And fast forward to that Exchange LA gig at the gallery. So
I think when you saw me was the Victor Calderon night.
it was yes, Victor Calderon, and remember you left to go see
Luciano at
Gucci,
Luciano at Avalon. I had to go catch some grooves.
I remember. I remember. We saw you, and then you're like, "Yo,
I gotta go. I
gotta go." Yeah, you're peace out.
Yeah, that was one of my solo sets. My first solo set at Exchange in the Gallery. I opened up that night, and it was fun, man. You guys were all there. It was dope. It was a well-rounded night. It was awesome. But like I said, I just finished up and then I dipped. I'm like, I gotta go see Luciano.
No, yeah. I remember. I think a lot of people were split to go see Victor Calderon or
Luciano. Yeah, because Luciano was like, he was killing it at that time. Well, he still is.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, like that night was a popular night, and like Avalon hadn't done nothing like house music in like since the Murillo days, so they were just like trying to bring back everybody that time. And then that party was fun till like 5-6 in the morning too.
Dude, that's crazy. I still have not gone to a party at Avalon. Yeah,
honestly, dude, I like before. I remember people would tell me like, "Let's go see Murillo at Avalon," and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $80, bro. Like at the time, dude, this was like 2011, 12, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna pay $80. I can't even afford that. Yeah, like like drinks are gonna be expensive. I can't afford that. I'm like, it's not worth it for me. But then like after going to Luciano, that was the first time I went to Avalon, and I was like, whoa, and I was like, whoa, this is pretty dope. Like
At Avalon, that's what they had the Control.
Yeah.
Control
that's
nights?
That's what the Control was promoting.
Nice,
and then the bar dot upstairs that I always used to do like for like Frenzy with Steve
Pryor.
Yes,
Frenzy after hours.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah,
sick.
That was a cool party too, man. It was always a good time.
And so house music, and then I guess because at one point you were playing back-to-back sets with your cousin Mario, right?
So me and Mario started off as a duo.
Yes.
D Zeledon and Mario B. DM.
Yes, Mario
That's
B.
what we used to call it. Yeah, Mario. He used to go under Mario B. Yeah. So we used to be a duo. We did it for like 2 years, and then we just our music started changing. So we're like kind of like split ways. Like I started going into like more of the techie, like more of the tech house. He kept the tribal sound going. Yeah. So like we just told ourselves like we just gotta. I don't wanna keep up there like while we're DJing and then like I want the mix to sound flawless, instead of like having it sound like off tempos and stuff like that. Well, like clean mixing for sure.
Yeah, no, yeah,
but clean mixing,
but just the
vibe,
sound,
the vibe would just switch.
About.
So we just like we like cut off. But dude, like that's my brother, you know what I mean, like we like he moved to San Jose, so he lives up north now.
Oh wow,
yeah. He got a big job opportunity out there. But honestly, dude, he's killing it. He's making a name for himself out there too.
And he produces too.
Yeah. He just got I think his last release was on Slightly Sizzled. I don't know if you heard that label. They're from the Space Taco guys, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
And then before that, he got signed to Black. I think it's Habitat Black. That's the Habitat from Mexico.
I know he got support from
Stefano Noferini.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Stefano Noferini played two of the same track on two different podcasts. I
know, I saw that. So it's tight when like an artist, like for example, like
shows love
like
and plays your
and
track.
It's a track that's like, dude, I'm playing this, and he plays it again,
because
they enjoy it.
He played it back to back sets too. That's cool, man. Like give it up for
Mario,
man. Like he's doing his thing,
Yeah,
love
shout out Mario.
Yeah, shout out Mario.
I remember when I first met you, and I think we talked about this a couple of days ago. We met at Oscar L at a Minimal Sessions. Yeah, King. Yeah. And it's funny. I know Elijah was there. Felipe was there as well too. I think we all went. So too.
Yeah, Roscoe was there. That's like I'm telling you. That's like when the first time we actually like linked up. I think it was like Nocturnal.
Yeah. Oh,
when I met Roscoe at Nocturnal, he was waving the drum club flag, and I'm like.
Did you go to Nocturnal as well too?
Dude, you guys were all deep over there.
I didn't go to Nocturnal. No, I to be honest, I haven't gone to no Nocturnal.
You didn't go?
I went to a Beyond Wonderland, and I remember that time when they had the Carl and Cox Friends stage.
Carl Cox and Friends, 2015. The best.
Dude, that was so tight. That was so tight.
That was to this day. That was probably my favorite Beyond.
That was fun.
Like, or my favorite like Insomniac like
event.
Tech house like stage or like techno stage.
Yeah.
Besides like EDC.
Because one day was I think they had.
It was both days, Carl Cox and Friends.
No, they did, but I remember I think the second day was like the drum code artists, like
it was like it was Nicole, Joseph, and exactly. Who else was it? I think it was Josh Wink too.
I think, and then I think the first day I remember.
The first day it was Nick Fanciulli.
Yeah, Nick Fanciulli, Maya
Jane Cole. I think Loco played that one too.
Dude, I can't.
Or Green Velvet. I forgot.
Maybe, yeah, but it was.
But there
a
was
dope
like banging
event. It was a
parties,
dope
dude.
event. Dope event, yeah.
Like both days, banging tech house and techno, dude. It was fun.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like that was like one of my inspirational events to go to.
Yeah.
Just because like 2015, like music is jumping, bro. The Neon Garden, the whatever they used to call the tech house tent or the technotes tent was banging. Like you're talking about from like half the size of a tent from a year ago. Now you have a full blown tent, and then it's like jumping, cracking.
Damn, dude. I know. I see. Dude, I've only seen the pictures, so it's hard to me like kind of even kind of comprehend like how really like
how
it
grew.
feels.
Like it grew.
Yeah. Also to the growth, you know, like so. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
And from the beginning of DJing, like, why did you decide to go as Zeledon?
So my last name is Zeledon. I have a lot of pride in my last name. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do, like, you know, like both of my parents came here like undocumented and stuff like that. So like, you know, I just want to cherish the last name. You know? Yeah. I just you know, like there's not too many people from Nicaragua out here. You know what I mean? Like just me and my sister. I don't know too many. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just like, you know, I just want to make my last name great. You know what I mean? Just like, and then plus it's super like rare. Yeah. Where do you see Zeledon?
I haven't know. And
you know what I mean?
There was a festival that you were supposed to play. I think you played in New York.
Yeah,
you went to New York.
Unfortunately, I went, and unfortunately, they canceled it just because like it was like a crazy heat wave, dude. It was a crazy heat wave. Yeah, that would have been like my first festival out of the country. I mean, not inside the states. I mean, but out of state. Yeah, out of state. Yeah, out of state. Yeah.
But remember that flyer? They just had you as Zeledon.
Yeah.
I low-key thought you were like doing a name change. Like, dude, that's still fresh though. No, just at Zeledon, like, dude, that's fresh as well too. So
yeah, it looks cool. Like, dude, like, trust me, man. Like, I've had like every time they make a flyer before, like now a lot of people know who I am, but before, like people would misspell my last name like crazy, Zeledon with the A, or like Zela, or they were just like or Zeledon, and I'm like, and then Eddie would tell me, he's like, bro, just change it already, bro. Just change it. And I'm like, no, like, fuck that. I'm not going to change it, bro. Like,
put some respect on
it. Like, I'm like, nah, man. Like, I can't. Like, nah, no way. Yeah. Or, like, it was just other projects I was trying to, like, make it. But I was like, nah, dude. Like, fuck that. Like, no, it's my fresh. Last name is Zeledon. And then, like, you know, it's rare. Yeah. And, you know, like, if people see it on a flyer, they're going to be like, oh, shit. Like, you know, like, that name's, you can't miss it, bro.
Yeah.
It's not hard to miss, you know. Yeah. But that's the reason behind it. Just because, you know, like you know, like I just want to make my parents proud, you know what I mean? Just seeing the last name.
And what do your parents say when they like
bro,
like taking that
man,
as like,
I don't know, like before they just didn't like it, you know. I would come home late all the time, get home late, and then they would just think that, you know, like I was just like fucking around.
Que son estas horas de llegar.
Yeah, or like, oh, qué bonito que estás llegando ahorita, or like, oh, buenos días instead of good night. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. But technically they're right.
Yeah, no, of course. But I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed, and then like they come home like at 5-6 in the morning, and they're waking up. You know,
yeah.
But like my mom was always just like, my mom's like super like cautious about stuff, you know. Like she'll hear an ambulance outside, and then she'll be like calling me like, oh, are you okay? Or like she'll watch the news and like some shit like, are you good? And then but then after like me just posting up like my sets on like Facebook,
your growth too. It's also they probably seeing your growth like with, you know, the art that you're doing.
Yeah. I remember like the first time my mom like kind of like said like, oh, that's cool that what you're doing, because I posted a video of a live set on Facebook. And on Facebook, where I have my aunts and
everybody's on there. Yeah.
Like, you know, you have all your crazy tias and stuff like that online, you know. And I remember my mom was talking to my aunt over the phone, and she was like, "Ay, mire el Diego, míralo," like on the video. Yeah. And then my mom was like, "What?" And she forwarded the video. And then she's like, "Oh, dang, like you're actually doing it." I was like, "Dude, I wasn't lying." Like, you know what I mean?
Because the thing is that, like, you know, you tell them like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this."
They're just so like, old school, you know. Like to them, it's just like, you know, like you shouldn't be doing that.
Something they're like, "Oh shit!"
Exactly.
Like, he really is doing it.
Dude, like EDC 2010, I took my sister. Oh shit. And my sister was like young, bro. She was like, dude, like 15, 16, you know? Yeah. Or 14. I don't even remember. But I took her there. And then old girl, like, you know, RIP to the girl. Yeah. She's like, you know, like, dude, she was like underage. And then that shit blew up all over the news. Yeah, that's how like the whole shit went downhill.
Well, I think even after that, wasn't there like that whole like rave act that they were trying to like almost, like,
I think so. Yeah, like they were just trying to get all all the I guess race from LA trying to take him out, and then that was just the cherry on top to fuck everything up, you know?
Yeah. Because one, it was like, because that's what I would hear. That people, well, what I would hear is that they wouldn't even check IDs. It's just if you have a ticket, cool, go in.
Like they wouldn't check IDs,
and it was like 16 and over. And I guess she was under 16.
Under 16.
She died,
and then she
passed away. Like I said, rest in peace.
So like my sister was one of the underage people that were there, but like she got in. Like, but I know how my sister is, like she knows what you met her. You've seen her,
Because I was gonna say as well too. Like you mentioning your sister also too. She's very supportive.
Yeah.
Like
she's my manager. She's my assistant.
I was gonna say she's like literally like part of the team with you. So yes,
she's like my right hand man basically. Here in the scene, like like I have her as my manager and assistant.
Yeah, shout out to her because when I see her, like how supportive she is, and like really, I'm like, dude, that's tight. That's how you have to have like it's when you see like rappers or other artists, whatever, and they have their right hand man. And you find out it's family. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
You keep it in the family, man. Like they're not gonna do you wrong. I hope not.
I know that, but but that's the thing. You that's the.
But that's the reason why I'm like she's holding me down. Like just working together, and just like I'm showing her the ropes, man. Like I'm introducing her to new music, new scenes, new
probably
ways.
Vice versa too. Maybe she kind of shows you.
Well,
like,
now she's now she's shooting me tracks.
Yeah, that's tight. That's tight.
Or she's shooting me the mixes. Like, yo, bro, check this out.
Check this out. Yeah, that's tight.
Exactly.
That's fresh. And you said you started off with Serato and everything.
Correct.
As well too. When did you decide to go as like, well, it doesn't matter what you're using in a sense.
Yeah,
so
so
somebody could talk shit to me like, oh, it does matter what you're using, but
no, whatever. But like I seen it. Like I started off on Serato with vinyl, or I guess like like
the control vinyl.
No, well, with the vinyl or whatever. That was I was like say 2010, and then like 2011. That's when the controllers started coming out. Mm-hmm. So the DDJs start coming out. The DDJs start coming out, and then I ended up getting a DDJ SX2 like 13, 14, I believe. And then I was using the SX for a while, dude, like 2 years. But I was just trying to master my craft in DJing, just trying to what do you call that? Like just trying to like refine my ear, just like that. I like no visual type of thing. I would just try to like cover my cover the laptop. No, cover my
train
laptop.
Your ear, right?
Yeah.
With the sound waves.
Exactly. So what I used to do, I used to put like a piece of paper over my computer screen. Yeah. Because that's how the Serato used to work with through a computer. You weren't even. So I used to put a piece of paper. And then I would just scroll through the tracks and then just try to adjust the BPM by myself and just try to train my ear. Oh, shit. That's how I did it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's how I used to do it. So I did it like that. And then I saw that I wasn't getting love in the scene. You know what I mean? Yeah. I will pull up some of my controllers to shows and then I'll be like, what is that? And I'm like, well, like I don't have the privilege to, own CDJs, man. Like, dude, I can't afford that. Or like I didn't know anybody with them just because everybody was in the same financial situation as me, Yeah. So after that, like, I would just hate getting knocked on. Mm-hmm. Like, like promoters wouldn't take me serious. I knew what I was about. I was playing good music. My mixes were on point. Yeah. I wasn't horse beating. I wasn't like, train wrecking and stuff like that. I wasn't train wrecking or anything like that. So I knew what I was worth. And then I remember just talking to Mario one day and I'm like, hey bro, like, this controller stuff is cool. We can mix 4 tracks, 3 tracks, regular 2-track. But like, no, I think we just need to step it up. Yeah. And then, man, I remember the first time I touched CDJs and I started messing with them was at Temple Tuesdays with my boy Ray Cash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Eddie, Ray was out of town that day, I remember. And he hit up Eddie Portillo and he told him, hey, bro, can you take care of this night for me? And this is when they used to do it at Pig and Whistle. I can't recall the year. I'm guessing maybe like 2015, 16, around there. Because I've been using CDJs about 3 years now. Or going on 4. And then, I remember Eddie was like, you brought your USB? And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you brought your USB or what? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, hop on. I want to hear this mix. And like just like from training the ear, you know what I mean? Like I just like started. So I was hitting it, and then boom, like the mix came in, and then everybody's like, "What the fuck? Like, is that the first time you mix on CDJs?" And I was like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Damn, like that's fucking good."
You did, yeah.
But like just because like like I already trained my ear, and then like I knew the tracks or whatnot, like I already knew what was happening.
Yeah, that's the main thing as well too. It's like when people say know your tracks, right? Know your music as well too. Because
like
also too like mixing, you can mix, but also too like if you know how to mix
like
in with
read
the tracks,
other tracks that are like what track goes with this, like like people that mix in key, you know, like that's like dope.
That's why I love mixing with Elijah as well too, because
he knows how to read off of you.
Yeah, and then and also too, it keeps us training as well too. To like, okay, he's playing a track because I know I can select the tracks that I know, but then he'll play something in, and I'm like, oh, okay, 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 keeps you on your toes,
keeps
like,
you
okay,
on your toes.
Shit, let's go,
definitely.
right?
Yeah, that's how it is. Like with all the Madhouse guys, you know, like it's like constructive criticism, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like oh, what? Like you dropped that track? Oh, I got this one
okay,
coming.
let's
Like,
go.
oh,
Like,
you're not gonna
yes.
make me look like a chump type of thing, you know? But it's like, you know, like nah, I don't mean it like that. But
No,
like,
but it's
like
that friendly competition.
It's that friendly competition, exactly.
And you always need that. You always hear about people as well too. It's always like it's just feeding off each other, and
that's what makes it more fun, dude.
Yeah.
Cause like when you know that you got tracks and they got tracks, like man, this track gotta come in. This shit has to be fatter, or it has to be like smooth, or like better
keep it
transition.
going. At least you just keep it going.
And then
at
keep
least,
that transition going, or keep that flow going. You know what I mean?
That's facts. And you mentioned Madhouse.
Yeah.
When did you join forces? Because I know Madhouse is Eddie Portillo's.
Yeah, so
like,
he's a CEO. He's the main head. The main head, what we say, you know, like
exactly.
Exactly.
He's like Birdman. For
yeah,
Young Money.
for sure, for Young Money. Yeah, bro.
Cash Money.
Yeah, he's like Jay-Z of like, you know, Rockefeller. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like Eddie's the main head. Shout out to my boy Eddie. You know, soon to be dad. He has a kid on. He has a little girl on the way. Yeah. So we're going on our 4th year. So 3 years ago, I would say, like around August 3 years ago. Yeah.
August. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that when you joined or when it started?
I joined? No. I think Eddie started it like 4 years ago, like a year prior to that.
Okay.
And then he was just doing it as like a radio show, like like a SoundCloud mix show.
Yeah.
And then he was getting more of like the Dirty Dutch artists, like, cause he's really good friends, like Sonny James and Ryan Marciano.
Oh, I do. Yeah,
Those are his mentors, you know. Like,
yeah.
They're homies of ours too, you know. Like Sonny and Ryan always show us major love. So yeah, I think Eddie. Yeah, like 4 or 5 years ago, Eddie started going in it, and then me and Mario joined about August 3 years ago. So I would say 2016, I would say, or 17, around there. But I think it's 17 for sure, or 16. One of those 2 years, I don't remember. But we've been boys for a while. Like I remember meeting Eddie. It was like my 25th birthday or 26th birthday, and going to Sound to go see Stefano Noferini on the Monday Social.
Yeah, that's
when
funny.
they used to do Monday Socials at Sound.
I remember Monday Socials.
Yeah, and then
who used to run Monday Socials?
Monday Social, I think it used to be Freddie B. Freddie B and somebody else. I don't know who the other person, but I remember Freddie B used to always do Monday Social. Okay. And then they had it at Playhouse for a while, and then they have moved it back to Sound. And then, but it was always fun. It was Mondays, you know, like we want to go out on Monday, you couldn't expect too much, you know. But they had banging artists, Oscar G. I remember seeing Oscar G. Do Manuel de la Mare, Mark Nye, Sonny James and Ryan Marciano at the time. They used to, like, you know, Sergio Gervais when he was playing, like stuff like house stuff like that. Yeah. They used to. It used to be fun. Like I used to do valet, so I would only work Wednesday through Sunday.
Oh shit!
So I had Monday, Tuesday off. So I was like, I'm gonna go out on Monday night. Yeah, I was like, Monday night. I would go out Monday night.
Yeah.
So it was dope.
And so the formation of Madhouse, just I know you. Like, I know how Eddie he started, but like in your perspective, because you're a key player in Madhouse as well too.
Yeah, I'm like I'm like kind of like the vice president.
Like I would say that. Yeah,
like second head of it. Second head of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, like we both work together. Like
the COO, the
CFO
operations or something like that.
Like you know, he's the head, and then he has me like right under him.
Yeah. What would you say is the mission, you know, that you guys want to do? You know,
honestly, man, like just to make people dance, dude. Honestly. You know, just to bring a different sound to LA. It's just like the sound that we have. Just it's not here. You know, like that Miami sound, like that European, Spanish sound, Elro type of sound. You know what I mean? Like that the banging tech house or like the, you know, proper minimal and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just that's all we do, man. We just want to make people happy. We want to see smiles. You know, we want to bring good vibes to the dance floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your guys' party's fucking banging.
Yeah, man. Like it's. Honestly, we've been blessed with bringing the artists and the connections that we've made, you know, and then just making good relationship with artists and having their having their trust on bringing them here to LA.
Yeah.
Because, you know, LA gets knocked on all the time, or like the United States period just to get knocked on just like bringing like bullshit artists, or like the crowd sucks, or like the people suck, or like, you know, like who wants to go to LA, that's all EDM, or that's like more mainstream music, like, you know, another underground artists want to come. But like luckily, you know, like LA is on the move, you know, we're on the grind, and then like
it's on the map for sure.
It's on the map. Yeah, like now we hit up agencies and they're like, oh yeah, we've heard about you guys, or like, oh, we know about you guys. We were like, oh, what's his name told us that you guys threw an amazing party with them. Like, here are these artists. Like, they're just throwing us artists now, you know. Like,
that's tight.
Yeah,
they have
it's just a blessing. You know?
They have the, I say like, the confidence that, oh hell yeah, we have the trust.
Exactly.
You guys are gonna
they're like,
they guys are holding it down for the scene.
Exactly.
That's the main thing as well too.
Yeah, at least for the genre that we play.
Exactly.
You know?
That, yeah, because that's the thing as well too. Because, you know, in LA there's different
all types of everything, dude. Like, you know, 6 a.m. holding down the techno, or like Synthetic Minds holding down, or like, you know, like Work, or like Incognito, all those guys holding down that thing. Shout out to Gia, and then all the crew over there, Johnny, Marco, everybody on that side. Yeah, man, you know. But like, it's just getting that trust from the like agencies and artists. Yeah. And then, you know, and then us, you know, getting the trust of our fans.
Like the thing is, like, you know, one, you guys are curating dope parties, but also two, you guys have like a dope talent, like crew as well too.
Yeah, like, you know, we're well rounded.
And I know you guys have had collaborations with 6 a.m.
Yeah.
When did that like connection, like, you know, start happening? Like actually like networking with these key players of the scene.
Me and Johnny Molina, Johnny.
Hey, Nightbreed, my brother, shout out. Ooh, I'm a little dab for you real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a shot for you too.
Yeah. Me and Johnny, we would kick it a lot. When we all used to hang out, remember? When we used to go out to all the undergrounds and stuff like that?
Yeah, oh god damn it. This fucking Jameson.
Yeah. Me and Johnny were going out a lot, and then he was like, bro, like, there's these guys 6 a.m. Like, these guys are throwing some fat warehouse parties. Like, let's go check it out. And I'm like, I'm down. I didn't know what the fuck a warehouse party was. I would hear about them, but I would like, I wouldn't get the leads. I wouldn't know. Like, you know, like Twitter wasn't like really crazy back then. Like that around that time. They wouldn't like, you know, I wouldn't see the flyers. It was literally like, if you knew type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know, or you knew people of it that knew. And I remember going, with Johnny one time, and then we linked up, and then right before that, I remember my boy Ramos from Patria Underground.
Oh yeah,
that's my boy Ramos.
He
just threw a party. Yeah, they just threw a party with Jean Pierre
from
the Cutting
Heads.
Heads. It was a good party, man. Banging party. Shout out to like all my Patria boys, man. Like they're
Did
holding
you play
it
or,
down. No, I didn't play. Julian played.
Julian did play.
Yeah, Julian
he went back to back
Jimmy.
with Jimmy.
Jimmy,
right?
Jimmy
Stewart. Yeah.
And then yeah, bro. So the party happened, and then I remember me and Ramos, we like linked up and we started kicking it. And then in January about 2018, I believe, 2018, he hit me up and he's like, yo, bro, like, can you play a party with me? And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And then me and Mario played a party, and then we ended up meeting Johnny Maven.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then Johnny stuck for our set. He opened up, like, he played before us, and he stuck around. He's like, yo, bro, you guys are sick. Like, who are you guys? And I'm like, oh, you know, Diego, Mario, blah, blah, blah. He's like, bro, let me keep in contact. Mm-hmm. And then Johnny booked me for a Frenzy After Hours.
Oh, okay.
He booked me a Frenzy After Hours, and I opened up for Johnny, and Gia was there. Dude, like, Gia the God was there. Like, you know?
So it's kind of like...
Yeah.
Did you get a little bit nervous? Because, you know, there's always
thing
of knowing
dude, because,
that somebody's
he's industry,
in the crowd.
bro. Like, dude, like, he's the man. You feel me?
Yeah, and
like,
he has, like, a decade, like, worth of work under his belt.
He's been killing it. Like, I remember seeing Gia, like, opening up for, like, artists at Exchange back in the day when I was like, dude, I want to be up there one day type of thing, you know? And so like, I remember Gio's there, and then I'm like, I'm mixing, and I remember I'm killing it, and I remember I'm playing a track, and like I'm talking to somebody, and it slipped off a little bit, but I adjusted it right away, and I'm like, fuck, man, I hope Gio didn't hear that. You know what I mean? And then like Johnny was like, bro, you fucking killed it, bro. Like this is probably like the best opening set somebody's ever opened for me. And then Gia comes up to me, he's like, yo, Diego, bro, you're sick, bro. Like you're dope. Like honestly, let's talk.
Yeah. And
I'm like, what do you mean let's talk? And he's like, we'll talk. He's like, we have a party coming up. I want to talk to you there. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I remember hitting up Gia like, hey, bro, what's up, man? Like, I heard you want to talk. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, let me know. I have this big party coming up. Help me promote it. and like, you know, like if you bring people for me, like, you know, I'll get you in and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool, dope, dude. I gave him a fat ass list. I got him a bunch of people, yeah. And then after that, he was like, bro, like, you know, a lot of people, like, and I see you're killing it with Madhouse, like what's up, with a Madhouse 6 a.m. party.
Oh,
and then that's how it started.
Okay.
From there, and then like, you know, like, he just got our trust too, you know, like I said, you know, like he saw my mentality, the way that it was going,
just,
and
also
then,
too how you know, I guess the care for the scene. They like, hey, they really are about it. They're not just here to.
Yeah, we're like we weren't like we were taking it serious, you know. We were
there we go. Yeah,
like we were taking it serious. We weren't just doing it for shits and giggles, you know. We were actually doing it just to, like, you know, prove ourselves, like show what LA can do, you know, or what the talent that we bring, you know. Yeah.
And before we get to the 6 a.m. and Madhouse parties, because there's several, do you remember your first like Madhouse gig, like as a resident?
Yeah. As a resident, I remember it was in Hermosa, President's Day. I think it was like September September, right?
I think I'm not too good with the holidays.
Oh no!
What's up, crew? President's Day.
I think it's like September, right? For what? For like President's Day,
like the holiday for President's Day. Does it like in September? Lincoln's? No, President's Day.
President's Day is in 2 weeks. It's on the 17th.
All right.
Also,
Well,
in February.
No. It was in September because I remember.
In September there's Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day. That's what it was. Yeah, Labor Day.
I remember that because of Reform last year.
Yeah. It was Labor Day. That was the first party because Sean works at a bar, but they have live bands there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
he used to do like sound for them. And
he still does sound for them. Still,
damn.
Yeah, he still does the sound for them. Like to this day, he still does the sound.
Yeah.
So I remember Sean was like, "Yo, the bar wants to do something. It's Labor Day, like let's do something." And then Eddie was like, "Fuck it, this is gonna be the first time that us as a collective we're throwing an event." And then that was the first Madhouse event. And then from there, that's how we go as an anniversary. Oh, that's how we started. We do our anniversaries party like end of August, early September.
Okay, because of that.
Just because that was the first one,
which makes sense.
Yeah.
And
then that was like when the beginning of it, I guess I would say.
That's tight. And let's get to the 6 a.m. parties. What was the first 6 a.m. Madhouse collaboration?
2018, Rafa Barrios.
Oh,
LA debut.
That was you're right.
LA
but
debut.
You met Rafa in Miami.
Yeah, I had met Rafa in Miami in 2015 at a Chusas Ceballos boat party.
Talk about that. 2015 and then 2018.
Dude, 3 years later. 3 years later. And for him
that's
to
how you put in
me.
work, homie. Homie's like literally like it's not like just like over. It like people when I tell people it's like overnight thing, but it comes from like fucking work, like years. Like
dude, it took
years,
me
you know?
3 years, man. 3 years, just like going to Miami. I went Miami 2013 for Ultra, and then I went 15, 16, 17. Yeah, and then I'm going this one coming up too.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, but
in
like
March also next month.
It's next month. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. Just we ended up booking Rafa Barrios as our first party, 2018 in August. And dude, it was fucking gnarly. It was the first warehouse party, and that shit was massive. I remember Rafa pulling up to the party because I picked him up from the airport, took him out to go eat. I dropped him off, and then he's like, "Hey, bro, like I know, like Chus and Ceballos told me that this is like an underground party. Like, you know, this is like it's not a legit party." He's like, they're kind of scared. They tell me like they're kind of scared that something might not like we don't want your LA debut to go to shit. You know what I mean? Like, what it getting raided or something. Yeah. And I was like, dude, don't worry about it, bro. Like, everything's cool. He's like, how are the ticket sales going? And then I'm like, man, it's sold out. That's what I told him. It's just to give him some chill. Yeah, I'm like, bro, it's sold out. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And then we were in a thread. It was me, Gia, Eddie, all of us were on a thread. And I'm like, hey, I'm pulling up. And they open the roll-up gate, boom, and then he sees like shit ton of people outside, and he's like, "Whoa, like what's this?" And then I told you, I'm like, "This is the LA Underground. This is it." And then he's like, "All right, I'm ready." And then like, dude, he walks into the warehouse and fucking his eyes fucking bang, like blow up. He's like, "Oh my god, this is it!" Like he just fucking lasers and like the backdrop with everything, and he's like, "Dude, this is dope. This is awesome." And then he hopped on and fucking slayed it for 2.5 hours. Yeah, he took the 30 minutes of my set because I was closing out for him.
I was gonna say who played that night.
Yeah, so that night it was Johnny, Eddie, Rafa, and myself.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was supposed to close out. I was closing 5 to 6, And he was so into it that he's like, bro, give me 30 more minutes. And I'm like, bro, take my set if you want. Like, I don't even care, dog. Like, just do it. Like, you know, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, like, the people were there till fucking 6 in the morning. I remember the roll-up door went up and people were still there. But when I closed out, and I'm like, everybody's like zombies, bro. Like, what the hell?
Every time the lights come up, I tell people, don't look at my face. Don't look at my face. Don't look at my face.
You're all like pale, sweaty, all red.
I think the last time that we stayed till like fucking like closing was when Elijah opened up. It was that Dirty Epic and work party for Kyle Geiger and Adriana Lopez. I remember the lights were on.
Oh, that was the night that you played when I was there for a little bit.
I was
yeah.
faded. I'm like, please don't look at me, everybody. Please don't look at my face.
That night was dope. That night was dope.
Yeah.
That was like right after like Desert Hearts, right? Or City Hearts, right?
It
was City Hearts.
Yes. Because
I remember showing up after City Hearts.
Yes.
Shout out to Rafa too, man. I love that guy. I just seen him this past week. He was
Clinic,
just here.
right?
Yeah, he was at Clinic. Eddie opened up for him, and we had dinner. I seen him last night at Repopulated Mars too. He pulled up.
He stayed like
he's still here. I don't. He said he was gonna be here in the States for 2 weeks.
Oh sure.
But then I seen him with Max Chapman and Proc and Fitch, and then we were just chopping it up real quick.
And you mentioned it was an LA debut. What other LA debuts have you guys had for your Madhouse parties?
So, Guille Plasencia.
Oh yeah, and it's funny because I remember I got to meet him.
You were like, oh, that's my tocayo,
Guillermo. I know, because he's Guille and Guillermo. Yeah. Like, hey, shit, what's up?
Oh, when I introduced you to him, we were like, you're like, oh, what's your name? He was like, Guille.
But to be honest, I loved how you described it. You described my sound to him. You're like, yeah, like, well, he plays a little bit more like, you know, techno, a little bit of that Berghain type. I'm like, yes, fuck yes, fuck yes.
Guille is like my boy, man. You know, I remember catching this track.
He uses Tractor, huh?
Yeah, he uses Tractor.
That's tight. I always get like pumped because, you know, since, you know, we're...
Yeah, because you guys feed off of Tractor DJs, bro. You guys are a different breed.
Hey, but I'm low-key, a little exclusive. I might try to go CDJs on the 22nd. So.
There you go, man. So. You, like 6 a.m., only real DJs use
USB. Yeah, that new T-shirt is real... about to smack my computer at you guys. I'm just kidding. I can't do that. But no, for us, but yeah.
Nah, yeah, man, do it. CDJs are always fun. Yeah, but with Tractor, you can do so much more. That's the thing. You know, you can flip 4 tracks. You know what I mean? On CDJs, if you only have 2 CDJs, you can only do 2 CDJs.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think somebody said the simplicity of just pulling up with the flash drives, your headphones.
Oh, dude, it's easy, bro. Dude, you got to do sound check on Tractor. You got to make sure everything's running.
Yeah, we do.
If you don't know what you're doing up there, dude, you fucking have one channel out and you're fucked. Or like your computer crashes on you.
Dude, that's why we always have our flash drives ready too, or USBs.
Yeah, you have to,
whatever,
bro.
You know, just
at least like I carry at least 2 flash drives with me, at least 3, and I carry in an Ethernet just in case for the link, bro. You never know.
I did see that you tweeted and we were telling you you carry it. Let me see. Wait, what's your what do you call it?
My experiences with
no, I would say like what's your package? Like not your package, but
my bag. What's in my bag?
Yeah, what's in your bag? Yeah.
Let me clear my pockets. Nah, I just carry at least like I have 2 up-to-date USBs. 3.0s. Okay. You have to have 3.0 nowadays, bro.
Because that will
it reads it way faster. If you have a 2.0, bro, you're fucked. That shit will take forever. I carry 2 of them. Chapstick, a lighter.
Hey, I feel it. Respect on the chapstick.
You know, my headphones.
Can't get no crusty lips in your picture.
Stickers, business card. Business cards are number 1, bro. I always keep them with me. Yeah, I always keep business cards with me. You know, it gives a professional look, you know, when you're like meeting people or like introducing yourself to somebody, they'll take you serious. Oh, this guy has a nice business card.
Yeah.
What else do I keep in there? That's it, man. Yeah, just the essentials. Oh, an Ethernet cable.
Yeah, that's in case. That's actually, when I saw that, I'm like, hey, that's a good point, or that's a really good like.
Yeah, just in case if the CDJs. Just in case if the CDJs don't link, or they don't have the link cable. You know what I mean? Okay. Or just in case like say one of the CDJs, like the USB port is fucked up, and then you gotta run it to like another CDJ.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to write that down and get
myself an Ethernet cable. I've learned it because I've seen like Jesse, you know Jesse Michael.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Did I seen Jesse pull up a fucking 15 flash drives at a party one time? I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, bro, I always gotta carry a couple of them because I have old tracks from this one. I have only vinyl rips on this one, and I'm like, yeah, you're smart. Shout out to Jesse though, man.
Damn.
It's like old school groover right there.
Oh, shit, Jesse. He's from the high desert, huh?
Yeah, from the high desert. Yeah, my boy.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, man.
Fresh. But you were talking about the LA debut. It's Kia Plasencia.
Yeah, and then we had De La Swing.
Oh, yeah, I
but it
remember.
wasn't like technically it wasn't his LA debut because he had played at One Oak when they were doing like the house nights.
Yeah.
But you know, like it was just a whole complete different party for him. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he even said it himself. He's like, you know, I enjoyed it, but there's nothing like the underground party. You know, or just like where people are actually like enjoying your music.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I consider that maybe like his LA debut, just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I feel that he didn't like really have too much fun, and then at
LA
our party
debut
he did.
for like an underground like type shit.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
the,
at
and
least
that's
an
the thing.
underground, yeah.
Sometimes I forget like because just so like that like so good production of the party that I forget that these are like in a sense, you know,
Yeah.
I guess not a like
Yeah.
like illegal if you want to
Yeah,
say.
no, of course,
whatever,
It's
you
just
know?
underground, you know.
Yeah.
Or I guess like how they said in Primer Impacto, clandestino.
Clandestino, dude. I just want to fucking say that right now. Dude, my mom,
Like
we were
fiestas
talking about that.
clandestinas.
Yeah, my mom was like, I think she was telling somebody, she's like, yeah, Memo, él toca en las fiestas clandestinas. And they're like, ay, Guillermo. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Like I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Yeah,
like,
like what do you
like,
mean?
They're
Like,
legit.
but it's funny, like when I describe people, like, yeah, they're clandestinos.
Yeah, las fiestas clandestinas. But yeah, and, other artists that we've had,
Seb Zito?
Sub-Zero had played here before.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he did the dialogue party with Fuse when they had the
okay.
10 year, the 20 was it 10-year anniversary or 20-year anniversary? I think it's 10-year anniversary
Okay.
when they did it at 1720, and then he had played at one of the parties in.
1720 is Station 1720?
No. 17. I think it's 1720. It's like that warehouse that they use in downtown, but it's like a legal one.
Oh,
It's
okay.
legal. But
Okay.
station. I think it was 1640 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's
Something
just
like
a
that.
different location.
Okay.
Yeah. So Seb had played here twice. I think he played at once at Union and then with Enzo Saragosa and then the Dialogue guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Who else did we? And then after that, we had David Herrero from Stereo Productions.
Oh shit.
We did. That's what
Oh,
we
yeah,
did.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was his
yeah.
LA debut.
Yeah, okay.
That he did. We did it with Good Vibe Tribe.
Oh, okay.
That was a good party. Who else have we brought? Hector Cuoto had played here before. He played like, and Matias Caden had played here before.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
I did direct support for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's it.
And
Yeah.
how do you guys decide like the lineups? Because I know you guys always like rotate.
We rotate.
the
We
crew,
rotate.
so
Yeah,
it's always,
everybody has to get their shine.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's
you know,
what I like when I see
Like
it's
that's
like
the thing
it's
about
always-
like Madhouse, bro. Like all of us are the same. Nobody takes the head or nobody shines more than somebody else. You work for what you work for. You know what I mean? Like if we see that you're hustling, then you get the opportunity. You know what I mean?
I've seen that. That's just what it's tight about that. I'm like, dude, that's cool. Like they always give everybody like a time to shine.
Exactly.
To,
Like
really,
Sean and Shonda.
Oh, and Shonda
Like for
from
the
Sub-Zero,
Sub-Zero.
yeah,
For
they did
Sub-Zero, they charted on their track. You know what I mean? So like Gia was like, yo, I think out of my own love for you guys should put Shonda and Sean to direct support.
Yeah.
And it just made sense. They're
Yeah.
killing the charts. Like, they're doing their work. Yeah. So that's it. We ended up giving them the direct support for that one.
That was
And
dude.
then for Guia Plasencia, Mario,
he
had
did
just
it.
released his
He
track.
did it.
He had just released his track with the Habitat, and then he ended up playing the direct support for that one.
Okay.
And then and then I did the direct support for Hector Cuoto and Matias Caden.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for Rafa, Eddie did it. He did the direct support.
What are some of your favorite parties, even if you didn't play them? But like, what are some of the most memorable? 'Cause I know there's got to be like a good amount. But
Yeah,
top
of course,
three,
of
top
course,
three,
of course.
top
Of
three.
our parties?
Yeah.
Oh man, top
And it could
three.
be a 6 a.m. collab too.
Yeah, no, of course. That's of our parties, dude. All of our parties have been amazing, but for sure, the Guia Plasencia one. You were there, brother. That place.
Oh
was,
yes,
that
dude.
place was a
dude,
madhouse.
Yes, dude,
it was
that
literally
was
a
so
madhouse.
tight. That was really sick, dude.
Like those
And-
3 hours
and
fucking flew.
something that I like about those parties, like
The
there's-
vibes,
okay,
bro.
Okay, I don't want to be like, horny ass, but like meaning like, no, like not like that, but meaning like there's beautiful women in all parties.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, women. But dude, I don't know. At that party, like
They
I was
just
in
came out.
love.
They just
I
came
was in
out.
love, like every freaking
Shout out to the chicks that
second.
pull up to our parties, man.
Dude,
y'all the groovers, man. Y'all make these parties happen, man.
It was just I was just like, oh shit, I must fucking you keep coming more to these fucking parties, But no, it was dope, and just the vibes. It
the
was
vibes,
packed
the
too,
vibes,
dude.
yeah,
Like,
man.
legit
Dude,
packed.
we hit it like 500 cap, dude.
It was,
We were
it,
like-
was it was even sometimes what I like to do at a party is just kind of like even stay still and just embrace the whole like
just
vibe.
to acknowledge just acknowledge the party. I do like I remember
Yes, yeah.
for Sebcito, me and Gia, we were just having a conversation, and the party was like, well, it's like 3 a.m. And the party's full on, the party's full on at that time. 3 a.m., bro, that's nothing. People are going to start trickling out, if anything, just because Sunday they got to go to church. I'm just kidding. Or, or they got to do something. Or they got to go to brunch or some shit,
Yeah.
But I remember me and Gia just talking to each other, and then I seen him, and he, kind of just paused for a second. And he's like, sorry, brother. You know how he's like, sorry, bro. And he's like, I just want to acknowledge this moment. Like, I do this at every party. I just stand in the middle and then acknowledge the crowd, and this is what it's this is what it's all about.
That's something that people should do. Like, really, like, sometimes it's like, because like you're dancing, you're in the groove, but literally just
take a second. Take a second.
Yeah, like I remember there was this one observe party. I remember it was already hitting late, almost 4 a.m.
Yeah,
I went to the back and literally just stood there, heard like just the music, the people screaming, and I remember I think I've said this before, but I'm just like, it was this very like almost. Like
euphoric,
not tribal, but euphoric, but also too like just like, bro, this is like human emotion, or an instinct at its like purest. Like people are just letting loose, screaming, like just grooving, jacking their bodies, but like literally just like embracing whatever energy that is there. And I'm like, because then even like the
just acknowledging the dance floor, dude.
And then I remember I was just kind of thinking like, okay, like back in the day, say one of the caveman days and shit, whatever, because I remember the drums were going doom, 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 doom. And in a sense and people were just screaming, and I'm like, dude, like I want, like, this is just like an evolved thing of what people used to do back then, like put a fire, dancing around,
just people enjoying themselves,
like that, whatever as well too. Yeah. So it was just like this is just a modern way of doing that.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, when I seen him do that, and I was like, man, you're right, bro. Like, like it feels good, bro, especially with something that you created. Yeah. Like, dude, like like when you guys played for, who was it, for Shadow and Obscure Shape?
Yeah. That was the debut of Third Project and Guillermo.
Yeah. So that night, I remember, dude, like just watching you guys fucking slay it.
Yeah.
and just like happy for you guys, bro, or just like, dude, it feels good when you see your boys like, fuck, they're all eating, bro. That's what like, you know what I mean, bro? Like,
everybody can eat.
Dude, everybody can eat. You just gotta like, you gotta push yourself, dude. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember for Annika, for Reform, remember all of us are just kicking it in the back. We're like, fuck.
Yes.
Like, dude, she did it. Like, this is it, Or like you guys, or like who else? Like Eddie playing another show, or like when Sean, and like just seeing like people progress,
really
like, dude, I remember when you like say like when I played like Beyond Wonderland, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
dude, you played.
Yeah. When I played Beyond Wonderland, bro, I cried after my set.
Dude, no, seeing the videos of you, I was like, I wasn't there, but like I can just imagine like dude, I just got goosebumps right now talking about that. Literally, I don't just, dude, like it was like legit. Like I was like, dude, what he has to like, just like feel to like replaying there,
bro.
Like,
dude, like I'm telling you, like, and then I had all my like close ones with me. Like I had my homie with me.
My
sister was there, and then
and then
like I'm on the fucking art car.
Yeah.
And then like I told the guy, I'm like, yo, is it cool when my friends come with me? He's like, bro, that's what makes the party. Like that's the whole point of the art car.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I remember fucking seeing, dude, and my set was fucking sick. I had an 8 to 9:30 set, and right in front of the main entrance, bro. So everybody's coming in right there. So everybody was just catching it, bro. And then like literally, dog, like halfway through my set, bro, I remember just seeing fucking like hundreds of people in front of me. And like, dog, I just took a gas, bro, and I was like, fuck, I even had to wipe the tears out of my face, and I was like, fuck yeah, but tears of joy though, because you're like, dude, like, dude, you're a hometown kid, like this is Insomniac raves, like this is like
some
our
SoCal shit. That's some real Southern California,
exactly, like bro, like I paid to go all these raves, and now I'm the artist. Like it felt good. I'm like, fuck yeah, like I finally did it. But it's art car, but like it still feels good. Like it's still sick as fuck.
Dude, like just to even be part of the
part to be on the lineup, bro. Or just be on the fucking booklet.
Yes, I know, right? Dude, right? You were on the.
I'm on the booklet. Yeah, I was on the app on the booklet. Like how dope is that,
bro?
You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like just like tears of joy. Not made it, but
no,
like,
but I know I made it
for the city. Like I did it for the city.
That's the thing.
I did it for the city. Like, you know, like it felt good, bro. Like, and then having your homies with you, and then having the crowd and like randoms coming up to you, like, dog, like your set was probably the best of the whole festival. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You have Deadmau5 here, or you have these people here, you know, like.
But sometimes that's like, you go to a show or something, and you see like, if you want to call them the underdogs or something, they're not the biggest names, but you're like, dude, this fool just fucking killed that shit. Like, who is this dude? Like, what the hell? And like, and from there, you just keep it going.
Yeah, and then like that gave me a lot of like a boost, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like that gave me a lot of like like it made me see more, you know, like fuck, if like randoms are like showing me major love, what happens if more randoms come to my shows? And like, dude, honestly, like I'm just blessed to have a good fan base, man, or just having homies that support me, dude. You know what I mean? That's like now that I go out, bro, people are like, yo, Zeledon, like, what's up, bro? Like some dude yesterday came up to me, random. He's like, hey, have you heard of Sabrosura, boys? And I'm like, that's like my duo, my boy Jay Torres. And he's like, I knew that was you, dog. And I'm like, bro, who the fuck knows me as Sabrosura, boys? Like, if anything, they know me by my name.
No, that's one thing that I tell people, like, bro. And I think I've told Elijah, I'm like, dude, people on the internet, they're watching, they're paying attention.
No, dude,
people
that's
pay
one
attention.
thing, bro, that I've always learned. I've always learned because
whether you don't like,
if you're not reckless or not, but the people are still watching. Like I remember, dude, like I have some homies that talk shit on the internet all the time, bro. And then like they try to get booked for other shows and they can't because I'm like, dude, like they talk shit. Like I can't book you, bro. These motherfuckers talking shit about everybody else. Like how does that? That's not cool, you know?
Okay, talking about I guess internet or social media etiquette. Like, what would be some tips that you kind of give some people, like, you know, that's helped you?
Dude, just
out?
don't be reckless, man. Like nobody needs to be seeing that shit. Keep that shit to yourself. You know, you don't want to be known as that guy on the internet.
Yo, Elijah.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know what to say about like Elijah have your boy series. We're not gonna name no names. You're not in there. Nobody can. No, you're not. No, but the thing is that.
But you know what I mean.
But there's some people who
that's like
tweet some stuff. I'm just like,
dude, that's like little kid shit, bro. Dude, keep that shit to yourself, dog. If you're gonna talk shit, just take it to yourself or tell people around you. Don't put that shit on the internet, dude. Like people can backtrack that shit. Yeah. Like imagine me talking shit about Insomniac, and then now I'm like a resident for them, and then they'll be like, oh, they'll pull up a tweet from like
up to you. Hey,
you remember this tweet?
Is this you right here?
Yeah, exactly. Like man, that's definitely one tip. Like keep that shit to yourself, man. You don't need to be talking shit about it. And then that's like, dude, that's like you're not being humble. That's bullshit. Be humble.
Yeah, that's the main thing as well too. Like, dude, like even how many big gigs you get, whatever. You know, I think it's just to be humble and just be like, you know, be happy that you're contributing. That you're
contributing, and then you're getting that type of show. How many people wish they would do some shit like that too? You know. Yeah. So just always be humble, dude. Like at least for myself, I know humbleness has taken me to where I'm at now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just and because it's always cool to like say like. When you get like, you know, like super big in a sense, whatever, and you're like, dude, he's the dopest fucking person ever, even how big he is, you know, but he's still the like the
but
most
he's just
genuine.
like, you know, he's that homie that never changed, you know.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Just humbleness, bro. Yeah. That's for sure. Humbleness, and just keep that shit to yourself. And don't be talking reckless, bro. People pull out the receipts.
The screenshots.
They pull out screenshots on you, bro. And that's just like, you know, you can lie about it all you want, but there's that fact, you know, that shit's right there on paper.
Yeah. What? No, that's not carbon footprint, right? The carbon footprint is like the physical stuff, right? Like the paper and everything as well too. But your digital footprint, in a sense, you know. So yeah, that will stay there. Yeah. So.
And the internet's forever, dog.
Yeah,
forever.
Unless
forever.
The Sandlot, but
yeah.
But I wanted to talk about because you also, you know, from I guess an outsider perspective, I would even consider you like even like a resident at Exchange LA Academy and everything as well. Do you remember the first time that you played at the main stage? It was like a spontaneous.
Yeah, man, it happened. It was super random, to be honest.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
It was Shiba-san, Billy Kenny, before all that shit that went down with Billy.
Wait.
Yeah, he got his visa taken away because he flew out of California or flew into California or flew into a state with like a fucking pen on him, a weed pen, and then they took his shit away, like they banned him. I guess he got banned and shit from the United States.
Is he still banned?
Yeah, he's still. I don't think he's gotten his visa back. Don't mark me
no,
for that.
But
I haven't seen him at any lineups out here for sure.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was that night. It was Shiba-san and Billy Kenny, and I was hosting the gallery.
Yes,
I was hosting the gallery. I forgot who was playing though. I know I played.
It wasn't for your birthday, right?
No. For my birthday, I was Tuesday Ceballos and Mark Knight. Okay. That's when I had the crew. Dude, that's when we had the all back to backs all that night.
You had Annika, Roscoe.
So I had Stephen Paul. Shout out to my boy Steven in Portland. Shout out to my boy Stephen Paul, Jimmy Stewart. Shout out to Jimmy Stewart. To my boy, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Him, Jimmy, and then I had Roscoe and Annika go back to back, and then myself and Mario, myself and Mario. And Julian and Jay Torres.
Oh.
Dude, that was a night of back-to-backs, bro.
I had to be there.
I think you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I remember.
Were you there? Were you there? Yeah,
Because I remember
because it was my birthday
right now,
party. It
yeah,
was early December, or it was like the end of November. I
Yeah.
think you guys were there because we were like celebrating Annika's birthday too.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I think we were all there. We were all there. I think
yeah.
you were there because you come out
Yeah.
in the recap video. I think.
Oh shit, that's good.
Yeah.
Did I have those big glasses at that time?
Yeah, I think so. You had the Rafa glasses.
Dude, I know the Rafa bodies. I know, dude. Those, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time at Exchange LA, like getting out of the restroom, whatever, just walking down. This guy's like, "Oh shit, he's fresh. Oh shit, he's fresh." Look in the glasses. I'm like, "Who, me?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm just like, "Oh, thank you, whatever." But yeah. But why did they get you for the main stage though? Because
so I was playing in the gallery, and I guess Sheba. He wasn't gonna play his whole set. I think he was only playing like 2 hours, and they had booked him for 2.5 hours. You know what I mean? So, so Viren, shout out to my boy Viren from Exchange.
Yeah.
He runs into the gallery and he's like, "Bro, like, don't leave." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Don't leave," because I was about to go home. The gallery had finished. It was 2 a.m. I was gonna go upstairs for a little bit,
then head out,
and then just dip. Yeah, like call it a night.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Hey, bro, don't dip. I need you to stay because I need you to close out for Sheba." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I need you to close out for Sheba." And then I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then Eddie pulled up that day because the night before he was supposed to close out for Dirty South at Exchange, and he didn't get to because Dirty South ended up closing it out himself.
So sometimes you can like as a
DJ, but like you know
as
as a headliner, like like if you're like how like Rafa did with me, like took 30 minutes of my set, or like if they want to keep playing, they can keep going. You know, like they're the ones getting paid the big bucks. You know, so Eddie, he was like he didn't end up getting to play, so Byron's like, "Hey, bro, do you want to? I would need you to play the main stage." And then Eddie was there. And he's like, "Go back to back with Eddie. I owe him." So that was my debut. I ended up closing out for Shiba-san.
Yeah, I remember.
Me and Eddie went back to back to close it out.
I remember. I don't think I was there, but I remember you telling me that when
it
happened. I was like, "Shit."
Yeah, so
like,
me and Eddie closed it out for him. And what was dope, it was that Shiba stayed for like 3-4 transitions.
To check out your
and
set.
he was just like looking at us, and then I see him on the steps. He's like, "Oh shit, good shit." And I'm like, "Thanks, bro." And then that was my first. That was my first time debuting.
Yeah. And then now you're
once a month.
Like
once
regular,
a month. Yeah,
like
I'm a
you're
resident.
At least a regular
Yeah.
at the main stage.
Yeah, I'm
like,
a resident
main
there.
Stage.
Exactly. Yeah, like once a month.
Sorry about to hit that pen. You know what I'm saying? No, but you've been direct support.
Yeah, direct
for
support
for multiple people. I have down here, Solardo.
Yeah.
Gene Ferris. That's the recent one.
Gene Ferris. Yeah, I just played at Clinic not that long ago.
Chusin Ceballos.
Chusin Ceballos for my birthday. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Dirty South, Cedric Gervais. Yeah, and then who else have I done? I forgot. It was some other guy. I forgot what's his name. It was like one of my first times at Academy. But that's it.
Sorry.
Yeah. So my debut at Academy was Cedric Gervais, 2.5 hour set opening up. That was my first. That was my direct support. First direct support.
Do you get like nervous?
It's a 2.5 hour set, bro. To open up, that's just it's pretty. You know, it gets pretty tough, bro. You just gotta give just ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just ride the wave, but definitely like stay true to your roots. Like I will start off like at 124 and then just work myself up.
We'll build it up. That's the proper
proper opening type of thing. And
actually doing.
I think that's what like that's why like Insomniac is fucking with me, just because like like they see the proper openings. Like they see like like the consistency of me like besides me bringing people to but at least like bringing proper music and not like banging it out right when you're like starting shit.
And I've said this before as well too, but like opening is.
That's what makes the party, bro.
Yeah, dude. Because
that's what it can make or break the party.
You set the vibe. You set the beginning groove
you
of like what the party's
set
gonna
up
be as well,
set up what the headliner is gonna play. You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna play some like softer tempo stuff than you.
Yeah.
When when you want to like basically like hand it off to him properly. No. Yeah. It's we've heard it from hundreds of people, bro. Like that's what like at least for us, for Madhouse, you know, like when you get that opportunity, you know, you deliver the opportunity how it's supposed to be. Damn, that's it for that kid.
Oh my god, I'm already like burping and shit. But you've traveled to Europe. For example, you've gone to BPM
Portugal,
BPM Mexico.
Yeah. The last one in Mexico. Yeah.
So there's not gonna be any more BPM Mexico.
Nah. I don't
Would
think
you
so,
like
man.
to care to like talk about your experience?
Yeah,
What
man,
happened
that
there?
shit was fucking nuts, man.
Because I know if for the people who don't know,
it was a tragedy.
I was gonna say a massacre, but
Yeah, it was just like a couple people got killed. Yeah, man, it was pretty crazy.
yeah.
Especially at like Elro party, you know what I mean? Like, it was just definitely life changing. Like it sees life's too short. You feel me? Like that's how I saw it. Like just for having fun, dancing, enjoying good music, and then and then
people,
the party promoting peace and love, you know, and then like people coming in and shooting other people. You know what I mean?
Happened. Yeah, I remember. I think walking out of my room and somebody in my house had that. Like the news was on.
Yeah,
and they were talking about that, and I'm just like, oh shit,
my boys are out there.
Yeah, literally, I was like,
Johnny
oh,
was
shit,
with
I have
us.
homies.
Johnny was with us. Me, Johnny, Raymundo, Sammy, like all of us were together.
Yeah,
Eddie, Crystal. Yeah, dude, it shit just went sideways, man, real quick. You know.
So damn,
yeah, man, it was just.
How was Portugal?
Portugal was cool. It was different for sure, man.
How's the culture over there?
Portugal, it's cool. It's just the Europe vibe is different, you know.
Yeah.
Like they could see that you're from the States.
Really?
Like that guy, where you from? California? All right, you're cool. like you know, like it's just different. Like you know, like the European scene is a little different.
When we went to Amsterdam, I remember walking down the light. He's like, yeah. No, we went to Amsterdam and Elijah's all like mapping out for AD to 2020. But I remember walking down some street, whatever, and this guy just stops me. Hey, where are you from? And I was just like,
California?
Like, no, he's like, California. He's like, no, but what are you?
Wise,
yeah,
like
ethnicity.
Yeah.
Then I'm just like, Mexican, you know, and just full blood. Like my both parents are from Mexico.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you look North African.
What?
And then I remember
he was like, you thought you were like from like Morocco?
No, well,
or like Egyptian, yeah.
I told
you have like kind of like that Middle Eastern.
No,
type
yeah,
of,
I get that all the time as well too. And I remember I told Marco,
Habibi.
Oh my god. God damn, DJ Habibi. but I remember I told Marco that, he's like, oh no, yeah, I can see that. You look a little bit like Algerian, like the Algerian football players,
or like Moroccan. Or
I was just
kind
of like, okay, oh shit, all right, for sure. I just there we go. Then we got a little bit more stuff as well too. So, but people can instantly quickly tell that you're
sure,
like, nah,
sure.
like
come on, dog. Yeah, but yeah, Portugal was fun. It's just different. You know, Amsterdam.
You went to Amsterdam? We went the same year. Yeah.
We didn't get to see each other. We didn't get to kick it. We were so fucking crazy busy.
Yeah.
Because we were doing all. Dude, you guys were doing other. Yeah, and that shit sucked. Like I remember like trying to link up for lunch, and they're like, "You're asleep," and then like I'll sleep, and then like no, I'm awake.
That was happening. Yes, that was happening. Like it was like
it was complete opposites.
Yeah.
Like I'm having dinner with like Gia, and I'm like, bro, where are you? He's like, bro, we're barely getting home. We're like, fuck.
Yeah,
all right,
dude,
well, I guess we're not gonna see each other.
Everybody was just really having like different schedules.
Like everybody was just busy. We were doing work. Like that's what it was.
True. That is true. I remember we were supposed to record like an episode there, but we ended up just getting caught up with other stuff. So we recorded it after and everything, but still, check it out. AD 2018.
Yeah, Amsterdam was dope. Yeah. So what else? Yeah, just Portugal and Amsterdam so far. Hopefully, if everything goes good, if plans go as planned, Barcelona and Ibiza this year.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that right now too. A little bit of like why that can happen and stuff. But talk about your Gene Ferris gig at Clinic recently. How was that?
Yeah. So me and Cyril from Human Resources.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Cyril.
He throws Clinic. Huh?
Yeah, and Izzy. Yeah. Shout out to them. We've been having a good relationship lately. You know. I played Minimal Effort New Year's Eve 2 years ago. Yeah. I played that one with the 900 block. Yeah. Shout out to Stefan and Michael Pham, all the boys over there. Yeah. Shout out to them. They booked me. I opened up for the stage that they had, and Cyril was really happy with it. You know, like he came into the room, checked me out, and he was like, "Yo, bro, you dope style of music." And yeah, I ended up hitting him up for Nathan Barado a couple, like, I think, was it last year? Yeah, last year. Nathan was playing Clinic, and then I seen that they were bringing him, but I didn't see no, like, support. And I hit up Sorrel. I'm like, hey, what's up, dog? Like, this is the same, like, you know, this is the same. Like, there's the same type of music that I play. Like, do you have anything lined up? And he's like, honestly, bro, I don't have nobody. Like, do you want to play? And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, you know, like, this will be good for me, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like Clinic, dude. Come on. Who doesn't know Clinic? You know, like, Clinic has been killing it for Wednesdays, you know? When they used to have it at, like, Couture.
It's still Clinic Wednesdays?
Yeah, it's still Clinic.
Yeah.
But it used
not
to be
at Couture.
Now it's at the Sayers Club. Yeah, now it's at the Sayers Club.
But, dude, when I saw the pictures for that one, and you guys going to see it when I'm promoting this episode, it's going to be on the Instagram. Yeah. Fucking fire-ass pictures, dude.
The new location Sayers
is bigger? It's bigger?
Yeah, it's just wider. It gives it more of like a dope look, you know?
Yeah.
It's 300 cap, you know, it's a dope venue. I love it. So Sorrel ended up doing the direct support for Nathan, and I opened up for human resources.
Okay.
But I like, you know, they were really happy with like my opening. Like I said, you know, like it's always the opening, dude. You gotta, like, you know, do a proper opening.
Yeah. I got to play at a Tempo Tuesdays, and when
with
Eddie
Ray.
Actually no, it was because of it was a Madhouse Nightbreed, I think, technology takeover.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
When we did it at the McCadden, at the little spot in the McCadden, yeah.
I opened up, and when I was done, Ray Cash was like, "Hey, dude, proper set." And he was like, "No, look, for real, it's proper set." I was like,
Ray,
no,
dude,
like,
shout out to Ray, man. Like Ray's like he's that guy, man.
Yeah,
he's that guy.
And honestly, I love doing opening sets because it also kind of gives you the test, like, hey, you really
if you can play like that,
yeah, because it's easy to throw a banging set, like, dude, you can put up all the bangers, it's easy to get the bangers, you know, but like you don't lead anything in the party, you know what I mean? Yeah,
like now you have the headliner or your colleagues that are playing after you, like you're gonna stress them out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, or you play that shit already? I was supposed to play that. No, I just kidding.
Something like that. Nah, but so Sorrel, he contacted me, and then I was supposed to play Minimal Effort New Year's Eve again this year. Okay. This last one.
Yeah.
But the stage that they were gonna do, they didn't get it finalized in time. Okay. So he's like, bro, I owe you one. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it, bro. Like shit happens, bro. Like, you know, like I'm not. I was going regardless. He's like, all right, bro, just come, we'll talk. And then so this year I opened up for Gene Ferris. I did the direct support for him. That was fun. That was a fun party.
That looked tight.
That was a fun party. So it was a good time too. But yeah, that was like actually like my last direct support show.
How would you describe the like current environment for tech house in LA? I know you guys are a driving force for sure. Yeah. You know, but like, how would you describe it like overall?
You know, it has its good and bads, I guess. I would say. Just I don't know. I see people like, especially in the club compared to the underground though, because you know, like the club stuff, like it's
throwing up
cool.
On the floor.
It's cool, you know what I mean. But like, you know, you have your people that don't respect the dance floor. You know what I mean?
People throwing up on the floor.
Yeah, or throwing up, just being belligerent, drunk, or just like not me.
I think those are the people that are just.
They're just party goers.
Yeah,
they're not there for the music.
They're just literally to go out there. They get fucked up, fucked up, whatever,
and then they make their friends fucking take care of them, and like this is lame.
Yeah.
But like, it has as good as bads, man. Like, well, what can you do? You know, everything has good and bads.
Yeah,
you can't.
Sure. Yeah.
But like, I shit, right? Fucking tech house is on the rise, man. Like that shit's like not even. It's there, you know. It's consistent right now.
Yeah.
Like now, LA is like bringing the artists that people want to see. You know.
I know, and it's. Sometimes because of you guys too, no? Like
I think so.
Yeah. That's what I feel like. You know,
I'm like just biting the bullet, like for bringing some artists, you know, that we think that might not. Well, we think the shit. Like I look up to them.
Did you guys bring Rendered?
Yeah, DJ Render. Yeah, dude, my boy Render. I forgot about that too. Yeah, he did his LA. Oh no, he didn't do his LA debut. He had played here before, but we brought him. Yeah, we brought him too.
Yeah.
We brought him here for 2 parties. He was fun.
Yeah, and talking about Render, this is the exclusive part. So,
yeah.
You have a track, or you have a track coming out on his label.
Yeah, so officially, myself and Sean, we got our track cassette.
Yeah,
we got assigned to Render's label, No Religion Lab in Barcelona.
There we
This
go.
is the debut, all right, everybody. This is
this is
this is the premiere.
instead of LA leakers, IE leakers, homie. What's good? No, but like no, for real. It's like
yeah.
Cassette.
So cassette, yep.
And I have that track. It's banging, dude. I remember I asked it for it too.
I
like,
remember, I remember.
Let me get that track real
If
quick.
you guys
so I can-
want to hear a sneak peek on, you guys can go to my Instagram. It's on one of my videos that I posted. I think for the Solardo time that when I played for Solardo, I played it.
Oh yes, yeah, I remember that.
I played
you
it
even
for.
said like this is the
the project that I have going. Yeah, but we after a couple months we shopped it around, sent it to my boy Render, and then he's like, "This is the one." He's like, "Are you sending me this for promo, or you want to sending me this for the label?" And I was like, "What do you think?" He was like, "Oh, Theo, this is for the label." And I'm like, "Let's do it. Let's sign it. Let's get it out."
Yeah, dude.
I just got the masters back too, so yeah, it should be coming out sometime in February. Sometime in February for sure.
Yeah,
but and then it'll be my first release on Beatport too.
Damn, that's exciting.
It's gonna be
and
like I
I
said.
think I told you like a couple of days ago. It's like you're leveling up like with the DJ networking, and then just the music production is gonna level your ass up.
Yeah,
like,
man,
to
I'm
the next
excited.
tier,
You know, I'm learning a lot from Sean. Like, shout out to Sean.
yeah,
man. Like, this guy's a fucking wizard,
super
bro.
talented.
He's a wizard,
Sean,
bro.
Sean Cruda, dude. Shout out,
man. This guy, like, honestly, like, he's like my big bro, dog. Like, this guy, like, gentle giant, dog. Like, this guy's like, bro, my dog. He's my dog, bro. Like, dog, this is my boy, and like, he's helping me as much as he can to like, grow. And at the same time, we both grow,
Yeah.
And like, he's super happy with the release. I'm fucking ecstatic, bro. I'm fucking ready, dog. Like, I'm ready for this shit. You
I know when you told me, you're like, dude, it's gonna like.
Yeah,
I was just like, holy shit, that's fucking sick, dude.
I just hope we get the support from everybody, which I think we will.
Yeah,
just
no,
because
yeah.
It's a fat track. It's a fat track. It's a banging track. And people want it. I feel because I'm getting hit up left and right. Like, what is that track? What's that track?
Yeah,
What's
dude,
that track?
I hit you. I'm like, dude, I need that track. And I played more like on the techno.
But it's like it has that acid bass line.
Yes.
So
So
like,
you can blend it in.
Anybody can play it. The open hi-hats, all that shit. It's a groovy track, well rounded for sure.
Yeah.
So cassette on No Religion Lab.
There you go, coming out later this month.
Yeah,
so
this month.
We'll
Sometime
see
if
it comes, before this. If this episode comes out before that, so you can kind of like little preview as well too after. But still, hey, you heard it here first. I'd be on normal days.
Yeah. This is the premiere, I guess.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, sick. How was that studio session making that track?
Dude, it was funny. I remember because I don't work on Mondays. And Sean usually doesn't work on Mondays. So, like, we try to, like do, like, a studio day on Mondays. Okay. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. That Sunday, I was chilling. And then I'm like, I didn't go out the whole weekend. Like, I didn't go out for shit. I was like, nah, I'm broke. Like, I'm, like, low on ends.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I ended up falling asleep at, like, 9 o'clock on Saturday. Woke up on Sunday. Went to go have breakfast with my dad, and then I was just at home chilling, and then I cracked open my Ableton on my computer, and I started fucking around, like started making a beat, and then I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, Sean, what are you doing tomorrow, bro? And he's like, nothing, dog. I was like, bro, I got that itch. Like, I got that itch. Let's get it. He's like, what, studio, dog? Yeah, oh, hell yeah. Pull up to the crib. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I got there early to Shonda's crib. Because Sean lives with Shonda now. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He has his own like room, but like he says.
But
do you seen her studio? That shit's fucking.
Bro, we did the interview in the studio.
Dude, that studio's like immaculate, bro.
I was just like looking around, like
you seen that studio, dog? That shit's
bruh,
like ridiculous.
And then, like the DJ setup, just the whole
all the analog shit, like all that shit,
I'm asking
bro.
her questions, and I'm like just still like looking around, like like,
yeah, bro. That she has that's a studio. That's what you call a studio.
Yes.
So we just started fucking
and
around.
And also too, all the dogs. Whoo, that was amazing. That was so
yeah. So like we started fucking around, and we just started fucking with some like and he's like, bro, we need something in this track, bro. It's hot. Like, I'm like, open hi-hat. All right, boom, hit the open hi-hat. I'm like, bro, we need a fat ass vocal. And then he's like, all right, let me see. And then we just went on YouTube, and then we looked up boombox samples.
Okay.
And then we picked up, like, I don't know if it's like a Chicago one or a Detroit. It was like an interview, and some guys like talking about boomboxes. And then he's like, oh yeah, back in the day, you would just record cassettes. So if you had a cassette, you were the man. And then that's where we got that sample from. And then like it's talking about boom boxes and cassettes. And then I was like, Sean, cassette. He's like, bro, I love cassettes, dog. I still have cassettes. Like, you know, like, bro, like you see a cassette, bro, it's like a relic, bro. Like you can't find that shit in a relic.
Well, that's how mixtapes were, like an actual like fucking mixtape. No, so it's like that's what like you know.
Well, yeah, that's what So fucking that's all they used to like give out their mixtapes. It was the cassettes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So we ended up calling it cassette, and then I remember we're just chilling, and then he's like, "Bro, I need something, bro. I need something. And then I was like, "Let's hit it with some 303." And then he's like, "Fuck, that sounds pretty good." And then I think it was like East End Dubs. Have you heard of East End Dubs?
Yeah.
East End Dubs from the UK. He had just dropped an EP on Hot Tracks, I believe, with Jamie Jones. And then we started listening to the fucking acid bass line, and he's like, "Oh, this shit's hot. And then he's like, "Oh man, that's it. That's what we need. We need a fat ass acid line on it." And then that's what we got. Like, you know, we like listened to it, and then we're like, all right, cool, we can guide off of this. Yeah. And then that's how the track came to be.
Fire ass track. I got it though. So what's good, homie? No, but thank you. Honestly, thank you for even.
No,
sharing
man. Well,
it for
thank
me
you for even hitting us up for it. You know, like,
dude.
like we didn't think that this shit was gonna be that popular. People were gonna want it.
Dude,
you know?
It's also too like people seeing like the hard work that you guys do, and it's like a fire track. It's like why not support it?
Why not support it? Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's sometime this month. Shit, I'm hoping
Religion
for the best.
Lab.
No Religion Lab.
No Religion
Lab. Yeah.
Hey, okay.
With Rendered. Yeah, from Barcelona.
And what are some of your like current musical influences? You know, DJing wise, music production overall. You know, it doesn't have to be just strictly electronic.
Like honestly, dude, like,
or if that's main thing.
Yeah, like
that could be the thing.
Like for sure, when it comes down to like, it's just like my background, bro. You know what I mean? Like just Latin beats, percussion, Spanish vocals, like, you know, like tribal music, man. Like Oscar G used to be one of my biggest influences, dog. Like,
honestly, I'm gonna tell you, you in a sense kind of even put me onto Oscar G. I have an Oscar G label. Record label that I got at Dr. Free Clouds. It was in one of the rare bins or something like that. You know how Dr. Free Clouds has those rare bins or something like that, rare vinyl.
What track was it?
Damn, you
don't remember?
And I don't remember.
I have a couple.
But when I get home, I'll
it was probably Merc. It was probably a Merc.
It was a Merc Records. Yeah, it was a Merc Records, but I can't remember the fucking track. But it was a Merc Records.
Yeah, it's probably the Slave to the Dark Beat. Is it that one?
So.
But that's like one of his hottest tracks for sure.
But
Dark Beat. Yeah,
I'll send you the picture so you can check
for sure. Yeah, like I would think like Oscar G, Chusa Ceballos for sure, bro. Like. Come on, bro. The Iberican sound is just so proper.
And the crazy thing is that
I finally like opened up for them in LA. You know what I mean? That was amazing too.
That was at Academy.
At Academy, yeah. And it was my birthday. That was like the best part of it. That was like the cherry on top. Yeah, bro. Like it was amazing. You know, they showed me a lot of love because I've traveled to see those guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then like they would see me at all the parties, and then they would acknowledge me, and like, and then for them to like now me who direct support for them in LA, and I'm friends with Rafa, so I know Rafa tells them like, oh, I was with Zeledon, and then like it's good, you know, like that's what I'm saying, like always building a relationship with the artist, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, the more influences, they're like, I don't know, like Led Zeppelin, bro. Like just like listening to old school classic rock, bro. Just to like refine your ear, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I like going back to like different type of things.
Just switching back and forward.
Get your ear a break of like
exactly
4 to the 4, but then when you go back to it, just kind of almost like
it's almost the same. It's always like it's there. Yeah. Like Buena Vista Social Club for sure. I don't know if you had ever heard of Buena Vista Social Club.
Buena
Vista Social Club. It's they're like a I would say like I guess salsa, but like super old school, like Celia Cruz style music, like super Afro-Cuban music.
Wait, you said
Buena Vista Social Club. It's like Afro-Cuban music, bro. That's where I like a lot of percussions and stuff like that, like Tito Puente style, you know, those type of things.
Wait, Buena Vista
Social Club, yeah. There we go. They're from Cuba. Well, they're most of them are already like dead and stuff because it's such an old band, you know.
Oh shit!
But it's like they're like they go back from like the 70s, 60s, 70s. It's beautiful music, bro. It's like a lot of like strings and like,
sometimes it's cool. Like for example, Elijah went to Costa Rica and he discovered this track. You know, what was the track that you discovered? And you sent me like, yo, this track is tight. I heard it like playing at a restaurant and stuff. But it wasn't like an electronic song. It was. I don't even know.
More
but
like
it
a
was all,
folklore sound?
Latin.
Yeah,
Exactly. It was something like that. So
Yeah.
I was surprised when he sent that over. I was just like, oh shit, look at you.
Yeah.
Like, look at you. Like,
digging.
dope,
He
yeah.
was digging. Shazam
Yeah,
came
you
through.
know, he was probably, he would like, fit himself in Costa Rica or something, and then just, like, here, that, ooh, what is that?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and in a sense, you're a household key player in the scene,
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
What do you think no problem. What do you think the scene holds for or what do you think the future holds for the scene?
And
specifically,
I'm hoping for the best of it, man. It's like, like you just got to keep that proper sound, dude.
Yeah.
And bringing fresh talent, It's just tough trying to bring the artists that you want to LA, man.
Yeah.
Just because of whole visa issues.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Or just like not people knowing them and not giving them a chance. You know what I mean? Like say Exchange brings like a big tech house artist, correct?
Yeah.
And then like it just happened to be that you're throwing a party that same night, and then you bring an artist that a lot of people don't know or only a few people know, but people would rather see that artist 10 times in 1 year than see an artist that they like just give them a chance. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping that we can bring more artists to educate.
That's
educate people
Yeah.
with a new type of sound.
Yeah.
Like this, this is probably gonna be another one. Like nobody knows about this one. Have you heard of Chris Stussy?
Chris Stussy,
yeah, he's from the UK. He has he's dropping tracks right now with East End Dubs, and like he's working a lot with like Rich NXT and like all those guys.
Yeah.
So Patria Underground is hosting Chris Stussy, and I will be playing direct support with Johnny Maven.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
and
so
when is that like coming next month?
That's in March. Yeah, March.
Oh shit!
14th,
Hey, well, this is actually a good promo because if it comes out this month, that's a gig for March.
Yeah.
Okay, that's sick.
So
that's
if you guys are all more than welcome to come, this will be a warehouse event.
Hey, dude, we're gonna have to go because honestly, like I'm gonna keep it real. I haven't gone to like.
Besides the Gia party.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember for that one. Dude, okay, when I showed up and Gia and Mark were there, they're like,
"What are you doing here?"
Yeah, no, that's what he told me. They're like,
I saw Marco there, and I'm like, "What are you doing here, Marco?" He's like, "I had to come. Come on, bro. I don't knock on it."
No, he even told me, he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I was just like, "What do you mean? Like, what do you mean I'm doing here? These are my homies. Like, I know, like, Diego,
I support my boys."
No, but it's funny because like I know like Diego, like like when we were kind of first like
like
started,
like stepping, starting. All of us first started. We're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then like in a sense, everybody kind of like maybe. Like chose the sound and like specifically
split ways and then, or found their sound but kept it still in that same bubble.
But the main thing we're overall in the same thing. We're in the same geography, like meaning like we still represent the West Side, in the overall spectrum.
Yeah, exactly.
Music,
or Southern California, or like
SoCal,
exactly. And we all listen to the same beats, like we all support each other. That's
and
the
also
best
too,
part.
The best thing, we all fucking love to dance. So if there's a motherfucking
the groovers,
there's a motherfucking groove, we'll be there and shit as well
it's
too.
True, because like, dude, like when are we not like grooving or moving, right? We're all having a blast too.
Yeah, and then
like the weirdos are the ones not dancing, like
or throwing up on the dance floor,
or sitting down. Like get your ass up.
Or they're just too out, like,
or they're just out of it. Yeah, but I don't blame them. You know what happens one time.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I've heard of people being in a fetal position in your party. Sometimes I'm like, yo, handle your shit.
I don't know who that was. Who was that? No, send me the facts because I'm trying to know that. I'm gonna clown him.
Not Elijah. I mean, like he's,
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
But yeah. So Chris Stussy will be like a whole different sound, like super, like minimal. But I'm just honestly like it's just a different sound that people should adventure. Don't be shy. If the party's gonna be there just because you want to support your friends and you want to support their movement. Like the music is there too. But like it's all about mutual respect, dude. Everybody loves each other. That's what I see. Like that's LA is starting to get there. Because like before everybody will be just like, oh no, I don't fuck with them. Oh no, my homie doesn't fuck with them. Like, dude, who cares? Like, dude, squash that shit. Like, dude, that shit's done.
Like,
get over it.
This is no gang turf shit. Like dude,
chill
out.
Like we should all be homies and supporting each other. Like I should be dropping that flyer on my Instagram story. Like people, like I see on Twitter, like it doesn't take anything to retweet this, or it doesn't take anything to do that. Like it doesn't take anything to post that flyer. Because you never know. Facts. Like your friends are not my friends, but they might be interested in coming to our party.
Check it out,
Yeah. Chris Stussy, and then I'll be playing with Johnny Maven. Yeah, March. I believe March. Let me double check. Shout out to Ramos for putting me on and the Patria guys.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, March 14th.
March 14th.
Okay. With Chris Stussy, and then I'll be doing a special back-to-back with Johnny Maven from 6 a.m.
Shout out to Johnny Maven. I got to do one of their Grounded.
Yeah.
Little panels and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember Johnny's always been supportive. I remember I was buying a beer at one of the parties, and he goes, "Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I hear that you're gonna be doing part of the Grounded, next month." I'm like, yeah, I'm
that's
really
my
nervous.
boy, bro. That's my
He's
dog.
Super supportive, super nice, and that's what exactly what too. When you actually get to know people, dude,
you see a different side. You see,
majority, everybody's so
humbleness.
nice. Everybody literally like they're very humble and they're very true.
Bro,
to
we're all human, bro.
Yeah,
you know what? We're all part of the industry, but we're at the same time we all have a heart. We're all human.
Yes.
And we all like support. We all gotta work together. We gotta take it down ourselves.
No, for reals, yeah. No, it literally is like that. Yeah. That's true. And you said so the future for the LA Technique, hope some good stuff as well too.
Like I said, go ahead.
What would you say? Like, what's a way to keep the scene healthy? That's a key question.
Just keeping it healthy. Shit, just respect the dance floor, dude. Like if you're like at the undergrounds, like plain example, 6 a.m. Said it clearly. Don't fucking pull out your phone and start recording. Don't dude, just have fun.
Yeah.
And just bring in proper music, dude. Like
you said, respecting the dance floor goes even respecting the
people around you. The people around you. Like, you don't want to be that guy like all fucked up and then like having your friends take you home and then they can't even enjoy the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like you like fucking up the night and the night. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
But definitely man, like bringing proper music and then just having fun. I think that's what LA needs. Yeah, it's starting to get there though. I see.
Yeah,
it.
I've seen it as well too.
I see it,
and I think like the whole like that he said that the division of like techno versus tech house or whatever it is, the EDM as well too. I think it's all like unifying it, which is good.
I think, but I see it. I see it that everybody's maturing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because how we were talking about earlier, we were listening to the Afrojacks, the Sidney Sampsons, we were listening to the Chuckies, the David Guettas. Yeah. But then like you got triggered and then like your music started maturing. Yeah. You were over here shuffling. Now you're over here grooving.
Well, yeah. Remember when I told you that Beyond Wonderland? I remember I went there specifically for like the EDM people, and I remember going to one stage. My homie and I look at each other like, "Hey, should we spark the blunt?" Yeah, let's spark the blunt. And but like a kind of like a cool.
But it was that groove.
We look up, I'm just like, who is these people? Yeah, and you look at your pamphlet to see who's playing at this time. Seth Troxler, Jamie Jones. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say this.
Imagine that
you're on YouTube checking that out,
and then you see some fat ass tracks,
and then you're going into a different artist, and from there it just stumbles on.
Exactly,
and everything.
It's just like a loophole. You fall into that loophole,
that little rabbit hole. Like you're kind of going into like you go deeper and deeper, which is. Our respect right there.
That's how I see it. Like, dude, once I fall into that like black hole,
you ain't getting out of there.
Nah, but like when you're like digging and then you just find an artist. Oh shit! Look at this label. Like, oh, who the fuck is this dude?
Dude, yeah.
And then you see the remix. Oh, I know that artist. I seen the remix, and that's just hot. Yeah. Those are the best, bro. When you find tracks like that, you're like, fuck yeah. Like, that's when you know you like fucking did it. Or like, or you find tracks, they're like, damn. I've been hunting for this track. Like for me, bro, I love finding tracks that I've been looking for. Like fuck, it takes like months. Yeah, like Jamie played that track. I need it.
Because sometimes they're even playing when they're unreleased too, right? Or...
Well, most of the time, like at least when like Jamie Jones, Loco, like all those are fucking unreleased tracks, bro. Like those, that shit's not releasing. I remember Shazamming's Loco, and I remember like
you're getting some random ass
and then the track comes out like 5 years later. I remember like dude, like I remember finding a track that came out like 4 or 5 years later, just because like it never got released or it never got cleared. You know what I mean? Or just because of like vocal issues or like samples, stuff like that. Yeah. Nah, man, that's the best part when you find that track, like, or you hit up the artist, like, hey, bro, what's up with that track? Or what's up with that track? Dude, I seen it in the comments.
Dude, Elijah has one of the dopest stories. He, I think he posted up a video when Hector Oaks played at the Roost party. Yeah. And he says something about... Because the local was the vocal said like give me head, and then he replies give me head, but like not to you, but like meaning he just kind of does that. And then I think you asked him like what's the track ID, and he said like nah, like no.
Like, I don't let anyone.
I don't give out tracks out. I don't give out track IDs.
But a couple of like years later, even Elijah finds the track on his own as well too.
Later, I was just
you ended up finding it on YouTube or some shit.
No,
No, I was already subscribed to the guy who did it, and he only had like 300 followers. And
It's super exclusive. Yeah, super exclusive.
Yeah. And he ended got in.
Yeah, and then send him a screenshot. Like, look, I found the track.
And you should be like, "What's good, homie? I didn't
You never gave it to me, but I found it,
dude." And which is kind of almost feels a little bit more like, "Hey, fuck you."
It's exclusive, bro. When and then you take a lot of pride. Like, damn, I actually found it. Like, you know, and it feels good when you find a track like that. At least for myself, I like, dude, when I find tracks like that, or like you find those sneaky tracks, like, ooh, this one's fat, and nobody has it. Like, you gotta write it. But then like another person gets it, like, all right, I'm not gonna play it no more.
Like one of the cool props when we play with Shadow and Obscure Shape, you know, we're playing and they're almost gonna about to set up whatever. You know, I think Elijah's playing whatever, and then you know we get a little pat turn around, and I think it was Shadow, and he's just like, "Hey man, love the tracks you guys are playing." You know, like
where are they from?
I don't know. They got to be from somewhere Europe. I'm not sure for sure that.
Because they're like young punks just like us.
They are. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if they're even younger than me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they even like kind of
even 9x9, like they're pretty young too, huh? Well, they look like young cats just like us, you know?
Yeah.
Dudes, they're like, I seen them wearing the fucking Kobe jersey yesterday. Like,
I did see that. Yeah.
Bro, like, or you see them, or like F Jack, or what are they called?
Fiak. Yeah.
Like those dudes, like they're like fucking supremed out, and like
they are. Yeah,
that's what I like about like the culture, bro. Like everybody's like the streetwear is in.
Yes.
And you like, and then that's what makes you like, you know, like you wear the streetwear, like, oh, I recognize
the style, like, you know, that you come in there as well too. Yeah.
I see, like, dude, like at least for myself, like I like to be fitted and shit like that, you know, like all of us.
You have to,
like, dude, like De La Swing. That's De La Hype, bro. That motherfucker is like off-white, everything.
What?
Like, yeah, bro. Like, that guy's sick. Like, De La Swing, big props to De La Swing. Render too, bro. Yeezy'd out, all this shit. Like, that's tight. Like, I like seeing that shit. Because, like, we're just the same, dog. Like, we both listen to the same music, and we dress the same. Like, you know, like, it's relevant. Like, I see you with the Yeezys, dog. Like, you know what I mean? And shit like that.
I know. We like pulling up kind of fresh as well, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, my boy has pink hair. Who has that? Like, he wants the attention.
Dude, I know. I'm looking. If we had a little camera on, but look, Elijah's drinking some ginger ale. And
Jameson and ginger ale with his pink hair.
And the gold chain out.
But yeah, man.
No, yeah. So, do you have any dream, you know, collaborations, you know, music production wise?
Yeah. I have, me and Sean, we have a lot of stuff going on right now. Like, you know, we want to build, like, you know, we want the gold, you know what I mean? Like, we want to definitely work together and try to get on some, like, bigger labels, of course. But nothing out of our range, you know, like, our music productions is there, but it's not on like the fucking massive crazy level. You know, like we're doing it properly.
But it could get there.
It can get there, exactly. It can get there. But like for sure, man, who wouldn't want to be like signed to like Elro, or like who wouldn't be like Stereo Productions with Chus and Ceballos, or like just big labels like that, or like Ultra.
It's Stereo by
Chus and Ceballos. That's Chus and Ceballos, and then Elro is De La Swings.
What?
Yeah. So Elro label music and Elro festival, two different things.
Oh.
But De La Swing is like their main resident for Elro.
And he runs the music.
And he runs the music side of it, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
I didn't know that until he told me.
Oh, fuck.
And then he was like, yeah, yo soy el dueño de Elro. And I was like what?
The label.
The label, yeah.
Fuck.
And he shot us the promos and everything. He shot me the promo link, like, oh, I got all the promos, dog.
Nice.
Yeah, so, but like, yeah, for sure, like, definitely like the bigger labels like that. But I definitely want to work with like a lot of like solid girls with like Michael Bibby and Pausa, Dennis Cruz with Lemonade. You know what I mean?
Talking about
Michael Bibby.
No, because I remember when I had his.
When you had the mushroom cut.
Oh my god,
the Michael Beepster cut.
Dude, I remember the little mushroom.
Yeah.
Dude, I called them like, they're like, it's like a fresh mushroom cut.
Yeah.
Because it's a mushroom cut.
That boy
with
like sick ass line though, like a fresh clean line. I was like, and then he had the glasses like Michael Bibby, dog. Perfect, bro. The Michael Beebs.
Oh my god, I remember that. I was just like, at one point, dude, I see pictures of him, just like, I don't know what the fuck I was.
I think
doing,
where were we? We were at Luke Slater, right? Did you go to Luke Slater?
Yeah, when he played.
Yeah, when we were there, and then I was like, I'm like, hey, bro, you look like Michael Bibby. He's like. He was like, who is that? And I showed him the picture, and he's like, fuck.
Dude, I used to be called Nav. I used to call Nav, and then I think last year, and then even a little bit this year, Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Again, he was like glasses, the shaved head. Yeah.
So I'll take that, though.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So musical influence was that. What do you think the future holds for just the LA music scene, just in general? Like,
It's
maybe might be the same correlation to what you said earlier.
Yeah, man, we have a lot of potential, man. Like, honestly, dude, like with the techno and house scene going on, so much shit going on, bro. Like, dude, now you have 3 different parties in one night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's so much shit going on in LA. It's good, man. I love it. I'm happy that we're on the map.
Yeah.
So that's the best part.
Any final tips to people like up and comers?
Man, just be humble, dog. Straight up.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you don't got to shove somebody away, bro. Somebody's showing you love. Like, hey, what's up, dog? How you doing? Show love back.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to give somebody a cold shoulder.
Yeah, because I've, you know, you sometimes, it's funny. I remember when I was first still kind of going to, like, I think I went to a DMAC, like, event or something, whatever.
Tuesdays and shit like that?
Something like that, yeah. And I remember trying to say what's up to, I think, what was his name? Borgor. He was passing by. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, yeah. And he just, like, literally just kind of shut me off. And I'm just like, oh, shit, for
like,
sure.
I'm a fan, bro.
And
like,
all these girls, I wasn't even a fan. I just want to say what's up to him.
You still say
like,
what's up, yeah.
Yeah, and then literally, like, a bunch of girls goes up to him and he gives them attention. I'm just like, dude, I'm just trying to say what's up to you. All right,
it's
fuck
cool.
you then.
No, that's what I mean, though. Like, yeah, just be humble, man. Like, just always show love.
Yeah.
And then, like, just play proper music, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to do something here, be true to yourself. You know, don't try to be like someone. You know, like, you can have them as an influencer, but, like, put your own little twist into it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Like, at least my musical journey's gone that way. Like, you know, like, just like influences by, like, Oscar G, going back to, like, Oscar G, Chusa Ceballos, Rafa Barrios, like, De La Swing, all these guys, but then just putting my own little twist to it. Like, Jamie Jones, bro, huge, bro. Like, I support that guy. Like, I went only to EDC just to see him at the main stage type of thing, you know?
He's fresh.
Like,
he's
sick,
fresh,
bro. He's sick. Like,
Yeah.
the music selections, like, everything. You know, I try to bring in his twist, but with more of a Latin vibe. You know what I mean? Just to
yeah,
keep
I
it
can
more
see
groovy.
that.
You know what I
can
mean?
see that. Yeah.
That I feel that's what, like, makes me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just bring a whole different vibe to the dance floor.
Yeah.
But just be true, man. Just, like, you know, be humble, play good music,
Yeah.
and just like don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself.
Key.
Like, just tell yourself, be positive. Just tell yourself, you know, if you really want to do it, just look yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, like, let's get it. Wake up. You got to do it.
Fucking fresh. That's proper advice. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just because, you know, with the whole, like, mental stuff going on, you know, people are just like, you know, destroying themselves just because they don't see anything in them. But at the end of the day, bro, it's all on you, bro. You got to get that shit done.
Oh, damn. That was key that you said. Like, destroying yourselves because you don't see,
Yeah.
you know, the potential.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Too.
Yeah,
So that's
man.
self-love. You know, you got to give yourself self-love.
Exactly. Like, just get yourself out of that bubble, dog.
Yeah.
You know, just that's how I see it, dude. When I go to the undergrounds and shit like that, it's my escape from reality.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Just let me get away from fucking the 9 to
Even
5.
if it's that- yeah,
or
even-
marriage. Just get away from, like, the problems that dude, everybody has problems, dog.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck, I have problems, bro. I have fucking financial problems, everything, you know.
Yeah.
But this is just my way to get away from everything. Just enjoy some good music and dance and talk with the boys.
That's
Chill.
Preach. That's preach. Fuck yes.
You know, that's how I see it.
Yeah. What's coming up in the next month? So you already said release.
Yeah.
The first
So
release is coming out this month.
yeah, correct.
On
That's
No Religion Lab.
No Religion Lab with Render's Able.
March is you said a gig, right?
Yeah, we have the Patria Underground Warehouse Party with Chris Stussy.
Okay.
Me going back to back with Johnny Maven. February 14th, Valentine's Day.
That's
next week.
That's a Madhouse.
So we're doing the Madhouse takeover. Zeledon and friends. I got Template from Roos.
I'll be pulling up there because I got
Nice.
the 14th and 15th off. So if anybody wants to be my date for the 14th,
Yeah.
I'll have some Jameson.
Yeah, so I got Template from Roos. He's playing a special house set.
Hey, we should check that out. You know, because he's been playing
He's you know, like, you know, Roos Techno is that there's some raw shit.
Yeah, they're the ones that brought Hector Oaks. And,
What is it?
no DX or no Drex from. I know he's played at Bassiani, but the
Bassiani,
Bassiani night,
yeah. Yeah, so I have a Template, and then I got my boy Julio R from Tijuana. He's one of my boys from TJ. I met him when I played at Wisdom last year.
Hey, wait, Wisdom, yeah.
Wisdom LA, yeah. So it's the immersive tent that they have at the Arts District.
What are those fucking visuals?
It's crazy, right?
Bruh.
Yeah. Yeah, so I met him there. He opened up for me. Me and Eddie went back to back, and then Julio R opened up. And honestly, dude, this motherfucker, bro, this guy's class, bro. Like he has that minimal TJ, that like Vatos Loco sound, bro.
Hey.
Bro, beautiful sound. So
Nice.
we kept in touch. He's here in LA, but he's in and out from here in TJ. And then I hit him up. I'm like, dog, I need you to play. I need some beautiful grooves. And he's like, dog, say no mas. So my boy Julio R, I got him. And then I don't know. I got some more shit coming up. I can't really talk about it because it's not confirmed. You know.
Okay.
I'm working with Insomniac right now, so. Some more stuff coming out in April. Miami Music Week in March.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna be playing in Miami.
Yeah,
too, right?
So we're doing our 3-year Bridge the Gap anniversary.
And you
Bridge
guys
the
been
Gap.
doing that Bridge the Gap for.
This is our third party. Yeah,
there
this
we
is
go.
our third year
Yeah.
consecutive
And
year.
that's a Madhouse.
It's a Madhouse party in Miami.
Yeah.
And we bring everyone, basically, whoever's in town that's a homie or is interested in playing in the Madhouse parties with us. You know, if you're in Miami, come by. It'll be March 17th, Tuesday. So it'll be the first day of Music Week.
Perfect.
And I'll be there myself with Eddie. Will be there. We got my boy Chris Herrera from Boston. We got a couple. My boy Nico from Miami. We got another couple Miami locals. We're working on a headliner right now, but. It just all depends with this visa, you know. Like I was saying, it was just a visa issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's our third year, Bridge the Gap. It's been awesome so far. Last year, a couple years ago, our first year, I think we had my boy Jacob Colon. He had a track.
He's from New York, no?
He's from New York, correct?
Yeah,
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jacob.
Didn't he have like some releases on like Nervous Records?
Yeah, he released on Nervous and on Made in Miami with Oscar G. Huge, bro. Huge records. Yeah. We had him. My boy Joey Avila, David Delano from Power Tools.
Oh shit.
Yeah, David played with us last year. We had, man, we just been grinding, bro. We just been trying to get shit done.
You think you ever move out to Miami?
Nah, man, it's just too expensive.
You really
dog.
said nah. You just quickly
man.
said nah. You're like,
dog, I'll die. It's just too expensive, bro. I'll die at space. That's just too much.
You've been to space?
Yeah, man. That's
How
just
was
fucking.
how was
Dog,
those
that's the
24-hour
temple. That's the
parties?
tech house temple, dog.
Dude,
Straight up.
Yeah.
I did Paradise. I did like 12 hours last year, and then the closing party did like fucking 18 in there. And just grooving, just dancing, bro. Bro, the music takes you, bro, into a different world, dude. Like, dude, just imagine seeing Martinez Brothers for 13, 14 hours, bro. Like,
Hey,
and
shout out
just,
to the
like,
Martinez
banging it.
brothers. They influenced me to let my facial hair grow.
Bro, but like Martinez Brothers, bro, like they influence people, bro, on every aspect.
Of level, yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
like
yeah.
when it comes out to like clothing style,
Yes, they're fresh. They're fucking fresh.
bro, fresh. And then like their music, like the sampling, like bro, like they do like those
And-
crazy samples and shit like that.
And they have that hip hop roots too. As
Exactly,
well too,
like
so,
working with
yeah.
Bodega Bams and shit like that. You know,
Yes,
like,
they have a mixtape.
Yeah,
no?
they have a
They have a
mixtape, yeah.
mixtape. Yeah, with Bodega
See?
Bams. Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
educate yourself.
Yes, I remember, when I seen that as well too, I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, that's fucking fresh." And Bodega Bam, what is he with?
I think he's like Cutthroat and them.
Oh yes,
He was
yeah,
working
Cutthroat.
with
Yeah.
he was working with Cutthroat and then working with
Cutthroat
like
with Joey Fats. no?
Joey
And shit like
Fats
that,
and
yeah.
I forgot the other dudes. There's a couple of them. Yeah.
Aston
Aston Matthews.
Yeah, Aston Matthews.
That's the
yeah.
boy. That's the boy.
And it's funny because Slay Squad they played with Joey Fats and Aston.
Yeah,
Matthews.
Aston Matthews, bro. He's
Yeah.
as humble as they
Yeah.
come too, dog. It's my boy from Guatemala. He's cool as fuck, bro. Yeah, cause my barber. I know all these guys. 'cause
Wait,
of
your
my
barber cuts for people like
yeah.
Like Big
Shout out to
Mensa
Rodney.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Rodney Barber, my boy Rodney. Shout out to my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mac Miller. We used to kick it with Mac a lot.
Hey, rest in peace.
Yeah, we used to kick it with Mac, Frank Ocean. We used to kick it with Frank. So Haji Beats is my boy from Pasadena, from Our Future.
Yeah,
Haji.
yeah,
Shout out to
yeah,
Haji.
yeah,
Jerry. Yeah, and then
Is
yeah,
it
man.
Jerry?
Jerry, yes, his name
Oh,
Jerry.
shit.
Yeah, and then yeah, man. Fuck, we used to kick it with Vic Mensa. Vic Mensa's the coolest one. Fucking right. Well, like the one that we've been kicking it with more
Okay.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac. All of Mac's team. DJ Clockwork. That was the Mac's DJ. Who else? Fuck, we've kicked it with a couple people, man. He cut a couple heads and shit. We just that's my barber. That's like my boy, dog.
Yeah, he cuts your hair.
Yeah, he cuts
like
my
that.
hair, bro. You gotta keep it fresh, dog.
Yeah, like that as well too.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's my dog, man. Like, fuck, that's like a 11-year relationship, this friendship, 12 years, 13 years. You know, we've been friends for a minute.
That's time.
It's like my brother, bro.
So I think you kind of gave the exclusive on what's upcoming. So labels, some gigs, hopefully some more releases later on this year.
Yeah, definitely. Me and Sean have a bunch of tracks going on right now.
I think you mentioned that you might be going to like Barcelona and Ibiza later on this year.
Yeah, so the plans. Yeah, so the plans for this summer, doing Barcelona, just doing a No Religion Lab showcase in Barcelona.
And then you're gonna be playing cassette.
Yeah, correct. For sure. Shit, so. I'll be out there. Most likely me and Sean will be out there, and then just to end the summer off, we're gonna do the Ibiza closing parties just to have some fun, just to enjoy some good music. Dude, in Ibiza and catch us.
Ibiza gets fucking lit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be
Ibiza.
Ibiza. Ibiza Global Radio. But that's the plan. If it goes, everything goes. You good?
Oh my god!
That was so good. I practice that shit because when I hear all the fucking like what, because I have Ibiza Global Radio on my SoundCloud. Ibiza Global Radio.
Dude, I have to come up with I'm gonna let you do the Beyond Normal Days. Like now you're listening to Beyond Normal Days, something like that. So.
But yeah, so that's the plan. Catch some closing parties. Sick. I wanted to go to Amsterdam in May because they're doing the Music On Festival with Marco Carolla.
Oh, okay.
Bro, that shit's fucking
May of this year.
Dude. It's huge. Like everybody's going.
Okay.
My boy Hector Cotto's playing it. He invited me
out.
Vatos
Locos, no?
No, Hector Cotto, no.
Oh, no.
Vatos Locos is Hector by himself. Just
Hector.
Yeah. Hector by himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, you know, I'm just trying to make bigger moves, man. We're just trying to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's tight. That's dope.
So yeah, but just trying to work. Hopefully with this release, we can get some noise going, you know?
Yeah.
And hopefully it gives us opportunities to open up some more doors with other labels and stuff like that. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that for sure.
Because I was gonna say, like for like the guest mix, makes me. What do you think? Cassette? Did you play cassette?
It was on it, but I'm still waiting for the mix.
Just to confirm it. Well, we can,
like, so I'll let you know. Yeah. But cassette for sure will be on the mix.
Damn. lit. Yeah. Is there anything that wasn't mentioned here, or what's the main thing that you at least you want something to get out of this? So like at least if you didn't catch everything, what do you mean? Like what's the main thing that you want somebody to get out of this interview? You know. Like your last message to the listeners.
Just support me, man. You know, just like, you know, we're all the same. You know, I'm just a Hispanic kid just trying to make my parents proud, dog. Hey. Straight up, you know. That's how I see it. You know.
Yeah.
Just like, come out, I'll make you guys dance, or just come dance for a bit.
Yeah.
Come enjoy good music.
So March, that's your next gig. Like when this, like
warehouse party, yes, warehouse party. At least like more, yeah. It'll be March 14th, the Patria Underground party.
March 14th,
yeah.
Felipe,
put that shit in your Palm Pilot.
March 14th, we're going.
And then Chris Ducey, bro, he has like some like crazy minimal like disco sounds and shit. So it's like definitely like very chill vibe type of music.
Yeah.
But then me and Johnny will come with like some like proper minimal tech.
That's tight.
Some Never Dog style, like
that's
real groovy
yeah.
minimal stuff.
Dude, fuck dude. Thank you.
We'll just be on the lookout for that because me and Johnny, we played for De La Swing and we fucking crushed it. So like he's like, hey bro, let's run it back, and I'm like, let's do it. Yeah. But yeah, dude. March 14th, I believe.
Fuck yeah, dude. Shout out to Johnny. He's always been showing support too, just to everybody as well too in the scene. So that's sick, dude. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, so I want to thank you for.
I want to thank you, man. Thank you for inviting me, dog. You know, I've been hitting you up since forever for this.
It's kind of like the thing is too, because I remember like last year, I kind of like
you're all booked up.
Yeah, I did that just also too because I'm like, time kind of goes by quick, so I'm just like, you know, at least if I can confirm that before they're busy doing something else or something, whatever, you know. So, but I remember when I told you like, hey, all 2019's booked up, but like, hey, let's do February, because I was giving Slay Squad, because it's the 1/11, January the first month, you know. So I'm like, let's do you some February. So it's gonna be coming out in a couple weeks. So
I'm excited. Hopefully everybody enjoys it because I had a great time just talking shit and like
because we even said like usually like when we're like it's always like a little bit nervous of doing the interviews, but when I know it's my homie and it's like, you know, allowing the listeners to get to know you through this,
it's more like a combo, just having a homie conversation.
And then we can go reminisce back of the other things that we were just kind of talking about as well too.
Exactly.
That was tight. But
thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Elijah, for letting us kick it in this room.
I know. So this is basically like like the second Beyond Normal like studio in a sense as well. well too. So yeah, headquarters. This is like we got 2 headquarters. We got one in San Bernardino, woo woo, and then we got one in Pomona. So
yeah.
But drop your social media. So where can people find you?
Yeah. So my Instagram is D_Zeledon, Zeledon, and then my Twitter will be Zeledon, Zeledon_D, and my SoundCloud is just D Zeledon, and then my Facebook, I think it's like Zeledon D also.
Zeledon D.
Yeah, but you guys can just find me on Instagram, D_Zeledon.
Yeah, D Zeledon, Madhouse, DJs. Dude, hell yeah. Thank you so much, man.
We just on the grind, man.
Keep an eye out. This guy's going to be playing some more gigs,
Yeah. Let's hope this year, like,
no, it's going to be doing
off.
Like last year and the previous year, you were going
It just kept getting better and better.
It's going to still keep going. So that's
just trying to stay positive.
And then with your music production as well, too. So
yeah, I feel like this year, at least with music production, is going to be way more helpful.
That's going to be. I'm telling you, that's the next tier.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the next step for sure. Tier,
big time,
definitely.
How I said Axcan on one of his episodes was like, DJing, you can do it and everything, but once you start releasing tracks, that almost puts you on a different
different category.
Yeah. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. Thank you guys for having me, man. I can't wait
till you could come out. So
man,
let people know
exactly
a little bit of your story. I tell people, like, yes, we don't get to know completely everything, but you get to get the backbone, a little bit of like what you experienced.
Exactly.
So.
Yep. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yes.
And knowing a little background of myself and my musical journey, I would say.
Yes. No, literally, that's what it is. It's the musical journey, your background, your experience in the scene, tips on how to, maybe give, the up and comers, some tips more than anything. A little insight of what goes on and what works for you.
Exactly.
In a sense, so.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is it. This was the Beyond Normal Days featuring D Zeledon.
Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Alrighty, y'all. Bye-bye.